Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Sunday night, man, in which the Los Angeles Lakers beat the brakes off the Portland Trailblazers 134-110 in downtown Los Angeles in the night where Angelo Russel got absolutely busy tonight. 34 points, 14 for 21, 6 of 11 from 3, 8 plus 29. LeBron James with 28 points, 8 of 16, 3 of 8 from 3, plus 28 points. Anthony Davis, 14 and 14 tonight, man. Played real solid out there. Let the other dudes shine on the perimeter out there. Braun and DLO had a little chemistry going out there today. I haven't seen that for a while. They look like they even got the handshake going today. Looks like they kissed and made up out there, at least for right now. So shout out to the Lakers, man, for getting this win tonight. It was needed after that ugly, horrible performance, trash loss against the Brooklyn Nets on Friday night in downtown Los Angeles as well, man. I was at that game, man, and it was shout out to my brother Lo, man. Shout out to my brother Dan, the Laker fan, man. We got to link up with Dan out there as well and his great family, man, his beautiful family, and they got to, obviously be there with Lo. And man, just shout out to them, man. Appreciate you guys, man, for going for Lo, for allowing me to go with them, and then obviously for Dan for making time to meet up at halftime in there. So shout out to my brothers, man. That was incredible, man. But that was probably that was just a trash loss. We've had a lot of bad losses this year, but that one was just a trash loss because it felt like things were starting to come together a little bit. Things started firing on some cylinders, not all cylinders. That was a major step back. So although it was Portland, although they're not a good team, although they are a trash team, a win is a win, and it's not like they barely beat them by 3 or 4 or 5. You know what I mean? They won by 24 going away. This game was never in doubt, and that's what you should do against teams you should beat. You should spank them, and that's exactly what the Lakers did. They got a long way to go before I'm confident in this team come playoff time. But in January, in the dog days of the NBA, which is pretty much January, I'll take any win we can get. This is a stretch of the season where we should be winning a lot more. But outside of that Brooklyn loss and that Suns loss, like we've got some wins piling up here. So I will take that. By no way, shape, or form like I said, are they out of the woods yet? And are they free of any criticism coming their way due to the way they have played? But D'Lo's on a good little 5-game stretch right now, man. And it's going to be very interesting. I know the debate is, will he do this in the playoffs? Can he keep this up? Can he be consistent? And I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. I don't. D'Lo's got to show us that. I get why people doubt him. I get, why D'Lo fans like him. His skill is there. The talent is absolutely there. But so was the inconsistency. So was the lackadaisical play. So was kind of the carefree-ishness that rubs some Laker fans the wrong way. I totally understand both sides of the argument. I'm in the middle. I really, really value his skill, but I also understand his inconsistencies. And I really, really wish they continue to use him correctly and let him play free with the ball in his hands and let him play his position as a starter, and then let him gain confidence and rhythm and see how this turns out. But we're running out of time, though, because we got a couple weeks here before the trade deadline, and might not be enough time. I mean, he's playing great right now. I'm one of those guys that have believed for a long time that D'Lo's trade value was always going to be up there for the simple fact that his contract is so favorable. So favorable. So at the end of the day, even if D'Lo was out here just playing half of what he's doing right now, his trade value was still going to be there. I've talked to several reporters around the league, several people who cover multiple different teams, and they've all told me that, there really isn't a team in the NBA who wouldn't love to have his contract. So any value you can add to that will just, add to that trade value. So the contract is great. And there's going to be a lot of teams, especially I think the wrinkle that a lot of people are not really, I've said this so many times and I feel like it's just not sticking, is that come this summer, there's going to be way more sellers than buyers. So someone like D'Lo's money is going to be key to have if he does opt in. If he does opt out, then you can get some money off your books and or have a chance to resign him for a long-term deal at similar money. So like it's not a bad move for whoever's taking him in. If the Lakers even decide to move him, I don't know if they're going to move him. I have no idea. But from what I'm gathering, from what I'm hearing as of earlier today, when I talked, not anything Laker related, but I talked to people who are covering some other teams. The Lakers are going heavily after Bruce Brown. He's at the top of their list, above Murray, above anyone else that they're doing right now. That, like I said, if you guys have listened to the show for a long time, you guys know that I've been telling you guys since July that the Lakers almost had him. Pretty much it was done. And then Indy came in at the last minute out of nowhere, I've been saying this since early July. Shout out to Woj, man, because he did a whole thing on this on the NBA show yesterday, breaking that all down. I was telling people that since July. People thought I was crazy. Well, the GOAT just confirmed that. So I'm not crazy. I've been telling you guys this for months. And that thing was pretty much a done deal. And the Pacers came in with the foresight of trying to lock in a bigger money deal that they can move later in the season to go get Pascal Siakam. And I told you guys that they were going to sign him. They were going to move him, just as I was saying all year that the Lakers signed DLO to that money to have the flexibility to be able to move him at the trade deadline to add to this roster. And that would be the contract they were looking to move. However, this is the key part. The whole Gabe Vincent injury threw a curveball in there, and it changed that plan. Because the plan was you bring in Gabe Vincent to apply pressure to D'Lo. You put him in there. If D'Lo's not playing the way he can, if he's not defending the right way, if his shot isn't working, then you hope you have Gabe Vincent that can spell him in a backup role. So that was the Lakers' plan all along. Now, when Gabe went down, and it's never really gotten back up, he had that one game where he came back into Chicago. He's been gone ever since. When that happened, it kind of threw a wrench into the Lakers' plan. Vando being hurt all that time threw a wrench into the Lakers' plan. Those two were very key contributors to a D'Lo quote-unquote thriving season, even though he's having a very solid season. But there's a lot of up and down with him. He had a really bad December. He's having a very good January. He's having a very good overall season when you look at averages. In a vacuum, if someone from afar looks at a stat sheet or looks at a basketball reference, you're going to think that he's having a very strong year. And he's having a strong push to right now, but there's been a lot of inconsistencies. So we're going to talk on that, man. Let me go and rambling here to start the show. Let me shout out everyone in the building, then we'll get back to some things that are going on right now. Festo, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. What's up with you? Thank you for your continued support. The mob god, the mod father, the mod of mods, my guy, Search and Destroy. Thank you for pulling up, brother. Hope you had a good Sunday, man. Jeff, my guy, good evening. What's up, Joe? Good evening to you as well. Thank you for pulling up. We greatly appreciate you. We got someone bashing the Lakers here. Let's see. Bigger Beezy says, we all know the Lakers are still garbage. Still garbage. They've been garbage. Prior to that Clipper game when they beat the Clippers, they were definitely in garbage mode at that point. I agree with you there, Bigger. But after that, they kind of been recyclables. You know, they're going from like the black can to the blue can. That's the color of the trash cans in LA. So right now they're the blue can. I'm alive. I live with that. But you know what? I'm not going to hate on you for calling them garbage because prior to that game, they had been hot garbage. But outside of that, are really just losing to the Suns. Ugly loss against the Suns, ugly against Brooklyn, but handling business in all those other games. Definitely not garbage any longer, but they're recyclables right now. I'll give you that. Dante, what's good, brother? You said, Jeffrey, what's up, King? Blessings, brother. Blessings to you, man. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for pulling up and for your continued support. NGB, what's going on? Says a win is a win. I'll take it. Absolutely. And like I said early on, we're supposed to beat the teams we're supposed to beat and kill the teams we're supposed to kill. And they did that tonight. So shout out to them for that. I'm not going to get too high. I'm not going to get too low. You guys know that about me. We'll love to see this team go on a solidified winning streak. I don't know if that's going to happen in the near future, but we greatly need it. So definitely want to see that happen. But you know, this is a start. You know, like I said, the hiccup in Brooklyn, the hiccup against Phoenix. Well, outside of that, in those other games that we're starting to, put some things together, but we still got issues. We still got some Darvin Ham related issues. We still got, Vando's getting healthier. You've had Prince out of the lineup. You've had Cam out of the lineup, causing some lineup changes again. I do like the lineup they used today. I do like the fact that Vando is getting healthier. I do like the fact the way that D'Lo is playing. There's a lot to like about it right now. Outside of, Friday's game, like I said, I was right there looking dead at Rod Pelinka, man. He was not happy. Disappearing in the tunnel, pacing, all walking around, left the court with Braun at the end of the game. Like, there's a lot going on right now, man. And there's a lot of pressure on these guys right now to get things done. And I believe in Rob, man. I think he's going to do some stuff to really help this team like he did last year. The problem is, hopefully, like last year, this team isn't completely out of gas by the time they get, if they're lucky enough to progress in rounds going into the playoffs, man. But there's some tough teams out there, and the Lakers got to start figuring stuff out now. You can't figure it out in March and April. We need to start figuring this out in early February and be really strong all the way throughout. Let's see. He says potential trade with what? I'm gonna get on that. I'm gonna touch on that in a bit. Let me see. Mr. JJ1. Mr. JJ1 JMR. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, Mr. 22. Just subscribe, but I've been liked your work on other shows for a while now. Keep doing it. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to all the channels and let me go on their panels and talk basketball with all them and the people that, just make time for me. I appreciate them. So you probably hear me like somewhere on Kareem, Lakers in 5, Lakers Fast Break. Dan, the Lakers fan, Angry, you know what I mean, a Big Baby, all these ones that I made my rounds on prior to launching my own channel. So shout out to all them and shout out to you, man. I appreciate if you check me out other places and you came over here and joined Empire Jeff TV and joined the community. I appreciate that. It's a good place to be, man. It's a great place to talk basketball. We talk to Dodgers and MLB over here as well. So go ahead and get comfortable, man. It's a good channel to be part of and a great community. So I appreciate your continued support and for your sub. Appreciate you there. Speaking of that, let's see where we are. I want to bring up one other thing real quick. So let's say we got 50 people in the building right now with 22 likes. Come on, y'all. Help me out here. Help the channel out, man. 50 people, 22 likes. We got to do better than that. Come on. We're trying to get this channel out in front of more people, man. I'm putting all of this work, making all this time, making all these sacrifices. Got everybody here in the chat sacrificing all their time to be part of this community. So come on, man. Drop a like on the video. It's the least you could do. Free to do so. We greatly appreciate it, and it helps the channel. And one thing I want to talk about, man, Kareem had me pull up earlier on his channel, man. And he really didn't even have me pull up to talk basketball. It was crazy, man. He had me pull up just to help blast the channel out there and tell people to come over and sub. We started out with 940 subs before I went on his channel today. And we're currently now at 970. So 30 subs just from pulling up to Kareem's channel and him showing love. That's my brother right there, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Elder. Shout out to Showtime over there. Shout out to those guys who was really helping push the channel and help it grow. Like I said, we got 30 subs, just me for pulling up on Kareem's channel for like 10 minutes and him just showing love and spreading the gospel of Empire Jeff TV in this beautiful community that we have. So shout out to Kareem. If you haven't done so already, head on over to the Kareem Report and drop a sub over there. That's my big brother over there, man. Big brother in these YouTube streets. Shout out to Kareem, man. Always showed love, always been down, always been a great dude. Elder as well, like I said, DJ as well, Dan the Laker fan as well. All these guys I all mentioned, man. They're all been great. Big Art, shout out to Big Art Sports, man. Shout out to all those guys, man. Wouldn't be here without those guys. So definitely appreciate all them. And shout out to you guys if you've subbed to the channel. If you haven't done so, please drop a sub and drop a like on the video and become a member as well. Turn on notifications as well. Appreciate y'all. All right, now let's get back to basketball here. What up, Jeff? What's going on, Laker Familiar? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you as well. He said Lakers are still garbage, Jeff. We all know this. I don't know if we all know that though, Bigger. I respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? You have a right to have your opinion, but I'm looking at these last handful of games, like 7 games or so. Outside of those like 7 games, there's only been really 2 hiccups. So garbage, I'm not going there. Like I said, they recyclables right now, man. They recyclables right now. It says, Jeff, you really think the Lakers make the playoffs? Yeah, I do. That's like I don't even like consider the opposite. I really do believe they are. Maurice, what's going on, man? What's up, Jeff? We should be in a 4-game winning streak. We absolutely should. We should be more than that. But like I said, man, it's just ebb and flows the season in January. There's a lot of teams that go through it at this time of the year. But getting Vando back, getting Rui back, the way DLO is playing, Christian Wood getting minutes, I think they're trending in the right direction. That was a really ugly loss against Brooklyn. Like I said, I was there. I enjoyed the hell out of the first quarter and a half. It was great. Me and Lo were wilding out, man. I'm not gonna lie. That was one of the most funnest games I've ever been to. That was a loss. Like, it was fun being out there with Lo. It was dope to go rock with Dan the Laker fan and his family. It was dope. It sucks that we got the loss, but like I said, there were so many great things that happened in that game that I wasn't even really tripping on the loss because I got to meet my brothers. You know what I mean? So but you know, at the end of the day, we are Laker fans at heart, and the loss did sting, but they got the win tonight. Like I said, no way, shape, or form out of the woods. But anything that I'm looking at is for progress. I'm looking at the way DLO is playing, right? If we could figure a way to bottle that, that'd be great, right? LeBron out there kind of picking his spots, AD playing well, Vandal getting healthier, Christian Wood getting minutes. Obviously, Darvin has a long way to go, but you know, I'm still rooting for him because I want my team to win. You know, I'm rooting for D'Lo because I want my team to win. But I'm also rooting for them while I'm also expecting and holding Rob in high regard to get some things done here. And I think there's something in the works, and I don't know if it's going to be enough to get it done. But I think I know what Rob is working on here. Give me 1 second. Joe says, "What's up, Jeff? Details on the Bruce Brown trade." I'm getting to that. Let me catch up with all these chats real quick. Let me rip through here. Jeff, you really think the Lakers can't make the playoffs? Yes. You can ask me 1,000 times. I'm going to say yes 1,000 times, man. LA Ballin 2408. What's going on? Salute to you as well. Thank you for pulling up. Look at Joe Ingles. He plays in the NBA. He knows what's up, man. Tell him, Joe, they're making the playoffs, man. They're making the playoffs, man. Can we play like this on the road? 6-14 is terrible, man. From your mouth to the basketball god's ears, I really wish we could. We got to figure that out. But you know what it is? Defense is supposed to travel with you. You got to bring your defense to these games on the road. But honestly, a bigger thing is, and this is definitely on Darvin Ham 100%. So when you get on the road, And you got Braun, you got AD, and you know everything that they do. But you got your role players. Role players typically play better at home than on the road, right? So that's what you need, an offensive system, something for these guys to run in hostile environments. Your defense needs to travel with you. You play hard, you bring the effort, and you got to want it. That's all you got to do. The offense is going to take more work. That's going to take strategy. That's going to take a system. I get that. That's on the coach. But as far as the effort, the grit, the defense, the attention to detail, these players need to bring that on the road, right? And then he, being Darvin Ham and his staff, need to have an offense in place when Braun or AD go to the bench, and these role players got to have something that they can lock in and focus on. Look, just run this offensive system and stick to our defensive principles, that we can get this road win. Those boxes are not being checked, which is why we are 6-14 on the road. Defense has to travel with you, and you got to have something in play to run for these role players, because there's a team full of role players. It's Braun, AD, and a bunch of role players. You need to have a system in place for these guys to find their comfort zone in, and tune out everything on the road and just lock it on your offense. The Lakers don't do that, and that is a problem, and that is absolutely on Mr. Darvin Ham. That is definitely on him for sure. Yes, listen to my man Search, man. If new, please subscribe and welcome to our Laker family. Absolutely. Festo says Reeves too has just been very inconsistent. Well, here's the thing. I'm okay with people saying that Reeves has been inconsistent offensively. I'm okay with people saying he's not the greatest defender. But one thing I don't agree with is that's the wrong phrase. One thing I love about Austin is that he competes at least. He may get burned. He may get cooked. He may do things, but Austin is never out there not giving his best. He doesn't have the skill set that some of these guys do have, but he has the will. And I'll take that from a guy. You know what I mean? I really, really will. And I've seen him play. And shout out to Dan, the Laker fan, man. When we were calling the game live, and he was pointing out several situations where Austin, when you have Vando out there and AD out there, Austin could do things. He's smart enough to know how to funnel guys. He's smart enough to know how to play in a team defensive system. But when guys are out there just searching them out, cooking them out, and the Lakers don't have any type of scheme to that, there are plenty of players out there who score between 15 to 20 points a game that other teams search out and try to expose on the other end. But those other teams and their coaching staffs do a much better job of making it harder for those teams to exploit them. The Lakers do a terrible job at that. And that's why Austin Reeves gets put on an island like that, because the Lakers don't do anything to help with it. But when he has Vando out there, like I've been saying forever, when Vando was out there and healthy, out there with AD, then all of a sudden Austin Reeves becomes a better team defender. But his offense, like I said, I still trust Austin because he brings the effort, he plays hard, he's a smart basketball player. So him being inconsistent at times, I know he's 25 years old, but he's still only 2.5 years into his NBA career. So that being said, DLO's 28, I think, something like that. He's been in the league, a long time now. So someone like DLO, even though Austin Reeves went to college a lot longer, what I'm saying though is Austin Reeves is only 2.5 years into his NBA career, and he's really only a year into being an NBA starter. So it's going to take a little bit of time there, to be honest with you. Hey, DJ, what's going on? Happy birthday, my guy, DJ over there, Lakers in 5, man. Happy birthday, brother. 60 Cent pausing his birthday cake to go over here and say salute to y'all, man. Shout out to you, DJ. Thank you for pulling up, man. I know we got the night off from work tonight. Enjoy the time with your family, man. Go to subscribe to DJ over there, Lakers in 5. Excellent guy over there. Great channel, man. Salute to you, man. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Lakers need to worry about getting in the play-in first. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're any team that's ever had to win an NBA championship, they got to worry about getting to the playoffs, beating the first round, beating the second round, beating the third round, and win the NBA finals, man. Stop telling us what we already know. Come on, man. If you're going to troll responsibly, bro. Come on, man. Got to give AR the heat too. That's facts. And we have, man. I was calling him lost in Reeves during the season, man. That's Dan. I was calling him lost in Reeves. He was lost out there. We know that he has his defensive struggles, but he was lost on offense. His legs were shot. We were calling him out. I got no problem calling out anybody. No problem whatsoever, man. I love basketball. Absolutely. We all do. That's what we here for, man. That's what we here. Big baby, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Nice search block. He's trolling. Like I said, man, if you go troll, man, troll responsibly, man. Come on, at least bring something to the table, man. Come on. I don't got a problem with people, questioning my opinions, push back. I don't got no problems with that, man. My channel's not big enough here where I got to worry about like 40, 50 people in here at once. Like, I'm not Dan, I'm not these guys, and I'm not Kareem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not DJ. I'm not these dudes got to deal with trolls to that level. Plus, I got search and destroy, man. He a sniper out here in these YouTube streets, man. Just and you, man, come on now. Let's see. We got Good point. Which one? I made a lot of good points. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you. Bruce was talking ish to D'Lo, saying, "I'm coming for your job." LO. D'Lo was canceled by him. Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, man, Pat Bev and Russ had way bigger beef than that. These guys are competitors. They talk a lot of trash. So look, I know a lot of dudes on a battle rap spectrum, right? A lot of dudes that follow that heavily. A lot of dudes that just eat, sleep, and breathe that stuff, right? And dudes that just really just go at each other's like personal, like all this and stuff. And then they'd be out there just chilling, having dinner after the fact. Like, it's a sport, it's competition. People talk trash. You do anything you can to gain an advantage. But I'm telling you right now, Bruce Brown got traded to the Lakers and D'Lo was still here. Like, they'd play great together, and they'd make it work. I promise you this. Absolutely promise you this. And it might happen. Hold up. D'Lo and Bruce Brown in the same jersey. Here we go. Okay. Let me try to rip up and catch through some of these chats as fast as I can over here, man. And then I'll get back to this. I'm gonna do some rapid fire here and a little shorter answers here. Man, everybody's making a big deal about D'Lo being emotional on the court tonight. I didn't see that. But then again, I came straight to my show, so I didn't see it. One thing I did see at the end of that game, man, is Reeves and D'Lo kind of joined at the hip. They really have a bond there. They really do help each other out. So they're there with each other for sure. Tamika, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Hello to you. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you guys had a good Sunday. Hope your football teams won, man. Miss Angie B, I'm sorry about your Packers, man. I'm sorry about everyone's team. My team didn't make the playoffs, man, but Detroit out there doing their thing, man. Kansas City doing their thing. And, man, 49ers doing their thing. And, whoo, man, it's going to be next week is going to be fun, man. Next week going to absolutely be fun for sure. Jeff, what borderline all-star Laker would Murray compare to? Probably like a better KCP. The version that we had. KCP right now is hooping, but the version that we had of KCP, kind of like a better version of that. He's not as good defensively as he was in San Antonio. That's kind of a false narrative. He can defend when he wants to, and maybe being on the Lakers, not playing next to, well, I'll take that back, because they say maybe he slips because he's playing next to Trae Young defensively, but if he'd be playing next to possibly Austin Reeves, then it's kind of similar, right? So, but he's not the same defender that he was in San Antonio. He's a very, very good player. I like DeJounte Murray. I just don't know how much of an upgrade he is. It's been my point this whole time. To the point of what the cost would be. I'm not entirely sure sorry, 1 second. I've got to load something up here. Sorry about this, guys. 1 second. Bear with me 1 second, because Jeff being Jeff and all, which I tend to do, I forgot to load something up here. So give me 1 second here. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, a little longer than 1 second, but it won't be much longer than 1 second, I promise you. Okay, that's getting there. All right, give me, because we gotta drop something here real quick. Who's this? The borderline. Okay, gotta take this comment off real quick, and we're gonna go ahead because I want you guys to see something, man. Because tonight's the anniversary of Kobe's historic, man, 81-point performance. Celebrate Kobe's 81-point game with Court Kings. Get the 81 anniversary shirt and hoodie over at shopcourtkings.com with free shipping, man. Look how crispy and clean this is, man. Kobe pointed his finger to the air on the night he got 81, the 81 in the background of the shirt right there, man. Court Kings logo on that fresh, crispy ass white tee, man. Head on over to shopcourtkings.com and get yours. We got the tee, we got the hoodie, blessed by the graphic god himself, Chris, man. Look at that fire right there, man. Ooh, that's crazy, man. Okay, back to the comments here. Let's see. JSJ, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. He said, "Hey Jeff, what's going on? Still worried about this team?" I'm still worried about this team for sure. Definitely don't want to act like everything's great out here. Everything's peaches and cream, right? That is not the case. I'm happy they got the win after the trash loss. Happy it was a blowout win. But they're not out of the woods yet, man. I'm not going to even come close to acting like they are. Chris, just talked about you, man. What's going on, my brother? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Roy says, "Jeff, what do you think the trade for Bruce Brown looks like?" Okay, I want to get to that, but so I'm gonna get to it right now, and then I'll catch up to some of these chats. I'll let you guys ponder this right now. So the Lakers can get Bruce Brown without D'Lo, without Austin Reeves, even without Rui. They can get it done. The thing of what's going to come down to is what is the draft capital going to cost? Okay, that's what it is. So right now the framework. So I talked to someone. I talked to two people. I talked to two people today, okay, that would know this, all right? Not on the Lakers side. I'm not going to front with you guys. I don't really have, I got people around the league to cover cover teams that they've got insight on NBA teams way more than I do on the Lakers. A lot of my Lakers stuff is intuition, a gut feeling, and talking to people I know around the league and seeing what they're hearing. But as far as my Laker connect, it's very mild. It's not a strong one. I can't sit here and say I got a dude in there or a chick in there that just give me all this information. I got way better like Dodger plugs and other teams around the league. I got more Clipper plugs than Laker plugs. So I'm just want to be clear about that. Okay. So what I'm hearing right now is the Lakers were trying to get in on the deal with Toronto and Indiana to get Bruce Brown. The Lakers and Indiana have been talking all season mostly. And I told you guys this. Because someone from Indiana had already told me that. All right. And I'm not making this up because I've been saying it. I told you guys that he almost signed here. Indiana came out of nowhere. Woj confirmed that yesterday. But your boy been telling y'all that. Okay. So Lakers tried to get involved in the Pascal Siakam deal, not to get Bruce Brown. I'm sorry, not to get Pascal Siakam, but to get Bruce Brown. It didn't line up correctly. And then he ended up going to Toronto, but the Lakers have been in contact with Toronto ever since that trade happened. And that when you heard that this talks with Atlanta for DeJounte Murray has stalled, it's because the Lakers are focusing on Bruce Brown. And that point about may pick up later is because if they don't get Bruce Brown, then they will pivot back to DeJounte Murray and see if they can make something work there. But what the Lakers are trying to do, and I think that this is what the Lakers should be trying to do. Okay. The Lakers believe, and a lot of teams around the league believe that the Lakers know they're getting potentially 2 to 3 people of value in the buyout market. I'm going to say it again. Teams around the league believe that the Lakers are going to get 2 or 3 very valuable players in the buyout market. So what does that mean? The Lakers have 1 roster spot open. They need to move probably, if they're going to bring 1 guy back, they need to move 3 guys. Okay. So with that being said, the Lakers can get from 3 to 4 open roster spots when it comes to the buyout market. And they're potentially is going to be heavy. What the Lakers are trying to pull off is the Lakers are now trying to move Gabe Vincent. They're trying to move Gabe Vincent. The package would be for Bruce Brown will be this. Is what I've heard has been discussed. Is Gabe Vincent, Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes. That gets you to within $4.8 million of the $4.9 million that the Lakers have from the hard cap. It does raise their tax, but there's something else they might be able to move on top of that. So keep in mind here, the Lakers cannot take that. Toronto cannot trade Bruce Brown with any other players. He cannot be aggregated. This is very important because no one is discussing this. And this is very, very important. They cannot trade Bruce Brown and Gary Trent Jr. together. They can't do a trade like that. It can only be Bruce Brown because he cannot be aggregated with any other players because he was just traded from Indiana. So it's going to be 2 months, and that will be past the trade deadline before he can be traded out of Toronto with other players going with him. So this is very important. Bruce Brown making $22 million. Okay, $22 million. The Lakers only have to get in. The Lakers can get within. Remember I told you about that DLO contract, about that swing, the $7.25 million. Well, Gabe Vincent has that same swing. The value of a contract is below $29 million. So Gabe Vincent is in the 10s. Taurean Prince is about 5. And you got Jackson Hayes. That gets you right to the point where you can make that trade for Bruce Brown financially. Now, because it's Gabe Vincent, Taurean Prince, and Jackson Hayes, well, Toronto's going to be like, okay, that works the money, but what are we doing pick-wise? And that's what the Lakers are going to have to decide. Are they going to do an unprotected first of 2029 or 30? Are they going to do a protected first and some seconds, a swap? Like, what are they going to do? What draft compensation would Toronto right now? From what I'm hearing, the Lakers are even trying to keep JHS out the deal. Now, it's not saying they won't go there. It's not saying they won't offer him. This is just what I'm hearing. This is not coming from the Lakers. I'm going to be clear one more time that it is Gabe Vincent's money. It's Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes, and whatever draft capital that the teams can work out with the Lakers' limited draft arsenal. And Toronto's interested in that Laker 29 or 30 pick, whichever one ends up being. So that's where it is right now. And it's enough to where Lakers have stopped talking with Atlanta for now because they're focused on Bruce Brown. So in this scenario, you would keep Angelo Russel, you would keep Austin Reeves, you would keep Rui Hachimura, and you would add Bruce Brown, which would be exactly what you would have done in the summer when you would assign him to that mid-level instead of Gabe Vincent. And the guy that you signed to replace Gabe Vincent when you didn't get him would be the guy that's actually moved to get him in this trade with Taurean Prince, with Jackson Hayes, and whatever draft capital they can move out. So that's where it kind of is right now. And we will see what happens. And if Toronto feels they can get more, there are trades out there that might be able to work better. But here's the thing. Let's say then you got to understand what this opens the door for Toronto, because they can then move Dennis Schroeder, right? They can move him. They can move Gary Trent Jr. They can move Taurean Prince again. They can move these other guys. Like, there's things they can do. Gabe Vincent's contract is not undesirable. It's 10 million, it's 10 something a year, and you can trade him into someone else's mid-level money during the summer, because that opens up next summer. So this is what I'm trying to say. People really need to consider next summer's money, because there's going to be more sellers in the summer. Right now, there are more buyers. So sellers, a seller's market, and in the summer, it is going to be a buyer's market. So that's where you have to understand this. It's not as cut and dry as you typically would look at some of these trades, and that just is what it is right now. So what do y'all think of that, man? What do y'all think of that? Now, I'm pretty sure, Laker fans will probably for sure do that deal. It's going to be trying to convince Toronto to do that deal is where it's going to be at. And that's what we're going to have to wait to see, will Toronto do that deal? And I don't know if they will. But I've heard that's right now that was kind of like the framework that they're either got to build to. And Toronto's like, okay, that money can work, right? We could probably flip Gabe somewhere or move Dennis. We can move Taurean Prince. We can either keep Jackson Hayes or waive him, or move him in another deal to add, some salary going out. And whatever pick we get from the Lakers, we can keep there. And then you have another pick added in there to the ones that you got from Indiana and that one that you got from New York. And now you're building up a nice little war chest, because Toronto's not a free agent destination, but now they're going to have pieces to trade. And that's where it is. So let me rip through some of these real quick. J-Man, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. What's up, Jeff? I feel like DLO and Reeves, the same type of player, all offense, no defense. One got to go. Here's my thing. Maybe one goes to the bench, because what I was saying, if you got DLO and Bruce Brown out there, I like Austin Reeves off the bench. I like him starting, but what I'm saying is we don't lose production when he comes off the bench. So that doesn't bother me. So you have Austin Reeves in that 6-man role coming in, playing with Braun. When some of these guys go out first, I don't mind that. So if you're starting Bruce Brown and Angelo Russel, and then bring in Austin off your bench just got stronger. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? We got Lakers Dodgers for life. Was D'Lo having a moment? Yeah, man. D'Lo's it's been an up and down moment, man. I didn't see a lot. I saw him on the bench after the game with Reeves. Then I came straight getting ready for my live. So I haven't seen any quotes, any post game. I didn't see any of that. I came into here. So let me know what's going on there. But I did see him on the bench with Austin after the game. God bless all as well. Okay, talking to Search. There we go. Sham Music, what's good, bro? I'm convinced D'Lo for Murray. Please give me Murray. Hey, like I said, if Murray, if Atlanta doesn't get crazy with their demands and draft compensation, then I'm okay with it. But like I said, I just don't know what type of upgrade he'd be playing with Braun, not the defensive stopper that people thinks he is. But I do like DeJounte Murray. I really do. But I just, like I said, I wonder if we can get something. Like I said, I'll prefer the Bruce Brown in the package that I just discussed, because you're not giving up a ton of what you're using right now. You're just adding to it. Like, if you send out D'Lo for someone, how are you going to replace his shooting and his offensive production? Maybe you get someone who is better than him defensively, yes, but who's going to cover that? You're still got offensive flaws, and that's what they got to work on right now. Let's see here. Appreciate you, big baby. Thank you, man. Thank you. There's a video of D'Angelo crying on the court. Okay, so is that when he was sitting on the bench? So with Austin, because I know he was with him after the game. Hey, Carlos, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Bruce Brown is a good player, but he's not what the Lakers need. So you don't think the Lakers need a point of attack defender, a Swiss Army knife, a guy that can play good defense, play good offense, is a dog? I think he's exactly the type of player the Lakers need. He can help a lot of teams. Bruce Brown could help. He helped the Denver Nuggets, but I think he's the exact type of player that they need. Jeff, is that true? Ham has lost the locker room. A lot of people believe that. I see why they believe that. I understand why they believe it. I don't know. Like I said, no players come out and called them out really like by name. They've done innuendos and kind of dropped some hints there. So maybe he's lost some players in the locker room. I definitely believe that. The whole locker room, I don't know. Because I'm telling you right now, Anthony Davis has no problem with Darvin Ham. None. He has no problem with Darvin Ham. LeBron James hasn't publicly said he has a problem with him. He does some liminals there, praising other coaches and stuff like that. But like I said, no one has come out and just like fired him on the media like that. Like nothing crazy. So guys are frustrated, that's for sure. But the whole locker room, I don't know. Has he lost some in the locker room? Absolutely. That's a fact. That's obvious. Why was D'Lo crying? I don't know. I have no idea, man. Hector Vivas, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate your continued support, man. And like I said, if you guys have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel, man. 973 subs now. Man, we getting closer to 1,000, y'all, man. We getting closer, man. 45 likes. We got 86 people in the building tonight. So if you have not yet liked the video, please drop a like on the video, man. Come on, we giving great content over here. We got a great, safe, respectable chat. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Turn those notifications on. It goes a long way to help the channel. Greatly appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for your continued support. We got a lot of people in here tonight, man. Appreciate you guys. Sham Music says replace Murray with D'Lo, then Rui can finally start because Murray can actually guard his position and play make, which would make everyone's life easy. I agree with everything you're saying there. Anytime I see a guard coming in, though, I always worry about what's that fit going to be like with Braun. I always wonder at that because you have to. It's no Braun shade. It's just you got to figure out. He has the ball in his hands a lot, especially come playoff time. If you're getting DeJounte Murray just to put him in the corner and shoot, what are you getting him for? That's my point. That's my only point. If I had a coaching staff who I trust to run offensive sets to get him involved, I would be happy about this, but I just don't know if we have that, right? If we're going to have that. My God, the GOAT in the building. Shout out to DTLF, man. Drop a like and let's get my boy to 1,000 subs. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it again. Absolutely, man. You heard the GOAT, man. You heard the GOAT, man. Appreciate you, my brother, man. I'm one of them. So, hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you as always. Carlos with the dub. Appreciate y'all, man. Lex Familiar says, I've seen that D'Lo video. He knows. Maybe, I don't know. But like I said, I think the Lakers are trying to get Bruce Brown without D'Lo, from what I just talked about earlier. And if that's the case, maybe they still move D'Lo. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're trying to carve out a path to get him without D'Lo and then maybe have something else up their sleeve. Maybe. We're gonna have to wait to see about that. Dre 6100, salute to you. What's up, my brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're having a good night. Thank you for your support, man. Hope y'all had a great Sunday, man. Let's get Jeff to 1K ASAP. There we go, man. Come on, man. You heard the GOAT, man. Come on. Where we at? Come on. Let's see. 974 subs, 51 likes on the video, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We are 26 subs away from a G up in here, man. That was a goal since I started this channel back in August, man. Thanks to all you guys, man, for fast tracking this. I can't believe how fast this is happening, but we're not there yet, man. So appreciate you guys. Let's get to 1K up in here, man. Let's see. We got Mari says, checking out what Dan saying, what's good? 1K Jeff, for real, man. I'm trying, man. Putting in all this work, man. I'm trying, man. I think this team needs a scorer off the bench like Terry Rozier and maybe a Bruce Brown for defense. But Bruce Brown could score, man. If you guys remember in the playoffs last year, he was like their cheat code. As soon as Murray went out or KCP went out or their big guys, went out to take a quick break, he came in and would just hit them with like just quick hitters, man. He would have 3 here, a 3 there, a layup there, a defensive play, a big rebound, a big steal, talking trash, getting in people's head. Everything that he brings to the table is exactly what the Lakers lack. They need a dog, man, and he is a dog. They need that dog out there, man. Go get Bruce Brown, man. One man's trash is another man's treasure. That's a fact in a lot of aspects of life, huh? That's a fact. Giovanni, what's good, my guy? Empire Jeff, so excited for the win. Do you think I'll be breaking news about a Lakers trade? I mean, I don't know. I've thought the whole time that it was going to lead up closer to the trade deadline just because I didn't think teams wanted to sell yet before they know what other team's best offer was. But maybe, I don't know. Like, we'll see. If a team gets an offer that they really want, that they like, they may jump at it. The teams really want those Laker picks down the road because they don't trust, for some reason, they don't trust the Lakers to be in position to be very good in that time frame. They're not trusting Genie and the Lakers to get it right moving forward. Now, I do. I think they're going to do it. I think that they've got a plan post LeBron James. But the league is sitting back thinking, let's get these picks. That's why Danny Ainge wants those Lakers pick. He's not here to have a great relationship with the Lakers and work out these trades with them because all of a sudden he's friends with them. No, he wants the Brooklyn net them like he did with them with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and those picks he got from them in the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Jason Terry trade. He's looking to have the Lakers future lottery picks go to Utah. That's what he's hoping for. So you got to be careful, man. There's snakes in the grass over here, man. No mamba. You know what I mean? Like, there's snakes in the grass over there. You got to pay attention to this. Like, they're not out here willing to just help the Lakers. That's not what they do. They're out there trying to help their franchise. So the Lakers got to be smart about that. Don't sell these picks just for nothing and put some protection on these things. Teams will still take them. They don't need a star. Like I said, a Bruce Brown doesn't require an unprotected first round pick to me. I don't think he does. But You know, it's it's just they need to really try to get him without giving up an unprotected first round pick. I think there's a chance they could do it, man. Joe says, "Hey Jeff, can Jared Goff beat the Winers, not Lamar? Will go Ravens. I don't call them the, you mean the Niners, the 49ers. Hey, Detroit, Detroit, what? shout out to the 313 Eminem, man. Detroit, man, I've been rooting for him, man. I've been rooting for him. It's hard for me to root for any team in San Francisco. Obviously, I'm a Laker fan. I'm a Dodger fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a New York Football Giants fan. I don't hate the Niners, but you know, I'm kind of pulling for Detroit, man, because it's good for the city, man. They don't ever get anything. You know what I mean? I like that Lions team. I don't like that they beat the Rams. You know, that sucks. But as far as like that team, like there's a lot of guys on that team. I root for Jared Goff, man. I liked him when he was with the Rams. It didn't work out. They moved him. But I think the Niners going to get him, though. I think they're going to get him. And I think the Chiefs going to beat the Ravens, man. I think the Chiefs going to beat the Ravens, man. Crenshaw, what's going on, my guy? Bro, what's up with DLO? Is he gone? I don't know. I didn't see much of anything. Like I said, I saw him on the bench with Reeves after the game sitting down. I find it hard to believe that if there's a trade that's pretty much done, that he knows it and he's that upset that nothing is leaked yet. I mean, I don't have my phone out. I'm not looking at Twitter. I'm not looking at anything. But if something does come out or if there's something, anyone talking about anything, then let me know. But as far as I know, I haven't heard anything about DLO being gone. Matter of fact, the deal that what I heard from, not like I said, not from the Lakers, but from people covering other teams around the league, is that the Lakers are zeroed in on Bruce Brown with Gabe Vincent's money, along with Taurean Prince and Jackson Hayes potentially going to Toronto, not DLO, which I thought was interesting. We're gonna have to wait and see on that, man. Gonna have to wait and see on that, man. Juan Valverde, what's going on, man? How are we getting Bruce Brown, Jeff? So I think I said this before you pushed that. I just said it again right now. I'm behind on these chats, man. I'm doing my absolute best to catch up. Bear with me here, guys. Bear with me. It's popping in here tonight. So I'm trying to catch all these chats. It's hard to do that, but I'm gonna get to them. Is that true? D'Lo was crying. Some weird things happened, and also there's some reports Darvin Ham lost the locker room. I don't know. Very possible Darvin has lost the locker room. I don't know if D'Lo's crying. Was emotional. Maybe he just, just a lot going on, man. He's been playing well. They got to win. Him and Braun look real cool out there today. Maybe he feels like, he's back in his starting position. Maybe he feels like he made it through the rough patch. I don't know. People cry for strange reasons. I've got friends, really good friends, that never cry when they're sad or upset and when things are really bad, like they're straight. They cry when they're happy, or they cry when they're relieved. Some people do that. You know what I mean? I've seen people cry for a multitude of reasons, not just for bad. So I'm not saying that's the case with D'Lo. I'm saying I don't know. But like I said, I don't overreact to these things. I don't read these tea leaves when it comes to stuff like that. It could be a bunch of different things, but we're gonna have to wait to see on that. This team can use like a Zach LaVine, JS. No, I'm not with the Zach LaVine trade, man. Dan Levick, a fan, says, yo, I think something is about to happen, y'all. D'Lo and Rui both look broken after the game. So I didn't see that. Okay, if that's the case, then damn, man, Rui, both of them. Man. Yo, I wonder, man, y'all got me thinking even more now. Yo, I wonder if there's a chance if they're gonna blow this all the way up. Oh man, you gotta be thinking now, because if what I was hearing, what they're trying to do now, that was just a version that they made. Maybe Toronto maybe shoots that offer down of the Gabe, Prince, Hayes, and a pick. Maybe they turn that down and maybe they want a Rui or a D'Lo, or maybe the Lakers are able to get that deal done with Toronto, and maybe D'Lo and Rui go somewhere else for something else. Like I don't know. I'm just saying, I didn't see that because, like I said, I went straight to Dan's channel to support my brother's post game, and then I came to my show. So I didn't see any post game. All I saw was D'Lo on the bench with Reeves. But even then, I just saw it for a second because I went straight to watch Dan's show, and then I came over to do my show. Bloodhound, what's going on, man? What's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Curry and Dame, Jeff, they are protected defensively. Yep, they absolutely are. And those are guys exactly like I'm talking about. But their teams do a much better job at hiding them. Let's see tomorrow what happens. Kurt, what's going on, my brother? What's going on? Hope you're having a good one, man. Search chat. LeBron is washed. He got outscored by D'Lo. Time to retire. Of course, Kurt out here trolling, man. More life. Absolutely. Oh, that's comedy. D'Lo and Rui were both emotional as hell. I wonder if something really happened. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, I'm catching up to these chats right now. Man. That got me thinking, man. That's got me thinking, man. Glad they won. I watched the first half. I watched full game when I worked there. Got you, Sammy. What's going on, Sammy? Thanks for putting up, my brother. Hope you're having a good one, man. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on with you? Hope you're having a good night as well. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate your support as always. Subbed up. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Let's see where we are. Let's check it. Where we up with the subs? Okay, 975, man. We got 54 likes, 73 people in the building with 54 likes. Please like the video if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel, please. Like I said, 975, man. We are almost to 1,000, man. That is our biggest goal since we started this channel. So man, seeing that we right there, man. We coming around third base, man. We're coming around third base, trying to score here, man. Need to get to that 1,000. Appreciate you guys, man. Let's see. When I worked that day, Clippers, Lakers, I watched the full game. Don't get in trouble, man. Don't get in trouble, man. This team needs more defense. Facts. They need more defense and more offense, to be honest, man. But they're working towards there. They got to get there, man. DLO was crying or something. I guess that's what people were saying. I didn't see the Rui part, but I saw DLO on the bench with Austin. I did see that. People shout people out here. Let's see. Bruce Brown is like a KCP. He is, and with higher energy too. KCP is really fast, but there's times where he kind of just got lost on plays. Bruce Brown has a high motor, never really stops going. So that's a fact. Bruce Brown deal I can see happening more than the Murray now. Yeah, because I mean the Lakers have wanted him again. The Lakers have wanted him since July, and low key he kind of wanted the Lakers. Like the Lakers were his top target in free agency, and he was the Lakers' top target in free agency. And then Indiana kind of came in there late, made it happen, and the Lakers lost out on it. But from what I understand, he was very up front with the Lakers. Say, look, I'm gonna do this. I want to sign with you guys. Someone would have to come out of here and blow me away. Someone would have to. I wouldn't even go take like a $15-16 million deal to go anywhere else. I'd rather come to the Lakers for the 13 mil. And then Indiana tried to get him for a little bit less, and then he basically said no. Then they made the move. They got the 22 million. And they got him. And that's exactly what it was. And, he had told the Lakers that all along. The Lakers understood that. And the Lakers have literally been trying to get him since the ink dried. Like in talking with Indy saying, okay, as soon as January 15th comes, what's it going to take to get Bruce Brown at an Indiana yellow into Lakers purple and gold? What's it going to take? And they had multiple talks. The Lakers were even trying to get involved in that Toronto Indy deal to get Bruce Brown from Indy in that deal. It did not happen. And they're still actively, like I said, there's a reason why they said in that report that the Lakers have stalled with Atlanta right now, but could pick up later. That's because the Lakers are focused on Bruce Brown right now, and that's what it is right now. Murray is like a better version of Lonnie. That's a fact. Salute, Jeff, and on here. Salute to you, Satcho. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate the support. Sammy said, "Rip 81 Mama forever." Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And again, if y'all haven't seen it already, if you guys haven't seen it, make sure to go to shopcourtkings.com, man. We got the 81 anniversary tee and hoodie. Celebrate Kobe's 81-point game with Court Kings. Shopcourtkings.com. Free shipping on all items, man. Look at this fire, man. Come on, go get yourself that white crispy shirt. We got our own black too. We got the hoodie in black, the hoodie in white, the tee in white, and the tee in black as well. Shopcourtkings.com. Go get your fit today, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all indeed. What we got? I miss the days when AD was guarding the best player. Yeah, I mean, AD is older, man. His body is filled out a little bit more. He's not as agile as he used to be, but AD is having an MVP all defensive player of the year type season. It's just the Lakers record isn't good enough to justify the accolade right now. But I feel like if the Lakers were like in anywhere from like third to fifth in the West, AD would be in category to win everything right now. But he's not because of the Lakers record. And that's what really sucks, man. The 2020 team had Danny Green and KCP, two defensive guards, wings. They also had Avery Bradley out there, man. So, yeah, complete different makeup of that team. They better move D'Lo for Murray, not Bruce Brown. Really, Chim? You really wouldn't want Bruce Brown? Interested to know why. Man, it's sad. D'Lo crying. He knows he's gone. Man, that's crazy, man. Just seen a side-by-side of Rui throwing up the LA, one side smiling, the other side broken and sad. Man. If that's the case, I'm man. Rui, I was worried. I was starting to get worried about Rui. I said that on Around the League. I'm starting to get worried about Rui, man. Starting to get worried about Rui. Dan, I promise you the zone does not work. Why do you keep running it? You said Dan? Promise. Well, the zone isn't working because it's not working. The players are not, especially when he runs that zone out of timeouts like every time, and the other team knows the zone is coming, and the Lakers don't rotate on the zone and get to their guys as much as they could. The zone would work if the guys ran it right. So I agree with you. They're definitely not running it right. Murray and Reeves would be nice because now he can play his real position, and Reeves is an actual two, not like not a one like Trae Young. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Let me see here. Tina, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. I think D'Lo was staying. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I've seen people cry for joy. Maybe I'm not saying this. Maybe I'm reaching because I very well could be. Maybe he was told he was staying, and maybe just a sigh of relief, and he just maybe fell apart. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he found out he's staying. Maybe Rui found out he's going. And is that what's happening? I don't know. Is it possible? Oh, yeah. But but the fact that I didn't see the Rui thing. I saw the D'Lo on the bench with Austin, but I didn't see the Rui thing, man. If Lakers trade 29 for Bruce Brown, terrible trade. I don't think they should trade the 29 for Bruce Brown, not an unprotected. But if you trade a lottery protected, I mean, for a guy like Bruce Brown, to get a guy like Bruce Brown on the trade market, and really you're only setting out salary that they're really not, falling over you to get, then you may have to put some type of draft capital there. But maybe I wouldn't say send an unprotected, no way. D'Lo and Bruce Brown on the same team, oh boy, yeah, that would be funny. But if you could put Russ and Pat Bev on the same team, you could put those two on the same team. Giving up first for rumor be a mistake. Yes, and unprotected. I absolutely agree. Thank you for the details, Jeff. Appreciate you. Salute, Jeff. Good info. Appreciate you, Sammy. Thank you. Miguel, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. He said, what up, Jeff? Can you give me an update on what you've heard about so far? Also, seeing D'Lo emotional makes me feel bad as a Lakers fan. Yeah, I feel bad for D'Lo, man. I do, especially when he's playing this great right now. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I didn't see that. Definitely didn't see the Rui thing. But I've touched on it a few times. You probably heard it. You probably heard this chat was probably mentioned like long time when I was talking about. Murray's not an upgrade over Russell. Don't at me. I don't think it's a huge upgrade, no, because especially the way D'Lo's been playing. But Murray does play better defense than D'Lo, but D'Lo's a better shooter. Mission 24, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. I've been lucky to have one lucid dream with Kobe. Weird. He was wearing Raiders basketball shorts and we were showing off your flying abilities. That's crazy. Raiders, huh? That's nuts. I really like that. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Darvin might throw a tantrum if Prince is traded. He might. Let's see. We will wait tomorrow, Jeff, because D'Lo and Rui emotional. Yeah, damn. I wish I would have saw the Rui part. I heard that D'Lo and Ham had a meeting to see what could do to help with the team better. What I understand is that what I heard is that they had a team meeting. This was put in a print, but then I heard something else after the fact. I heard that there was a team meeting where he encouraged everyone to get involved, clear the air. This was a couple of weeks ago, actually. And the whole team did. Everyone felt better about it. Then that led to the starting lineup change of D'Lo back in the starting lineup. And I heard that D'Lo and Ham have had multiple meetings since then and trying to get back on the same page. And D'Lo has been playing better. But again, I don't know. It doesn't mean that like something can happen to cause things to go backwards again, right? Because rotations can still be a problem. What happens if if these things are promised in these meetings and they don't deliver on them, then things fall apart. It's a very shaky foundation right now out there. So things are unstable to a point, man. Lakers need to make a defensive center. Toronto GM don't care to deal with the Lakers. No, I wouldn't say that. Just the Lakers have never really been in position. Matter of fact, Toronto tried to deal with the Lakers a couple times. The Lakers turned them down. So they wanted THT in a package for Kyle Lowry. The Lakers turned them down. They were definitely trying to deal with the Lakers then. Last season, they were trying to deal with the Lakers on multiple of moves between Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr. They were definitely trying to work with the Lakers. The Lakers have turned down Toronto more than the Toronto has turned down the Lakers. So I definitely disagree with that. D'Lo was crying. Regular season game. Man, it's nuts. Lakers all day dope. What's good, man? Thanks for pulling up, brother. Appreciate you. D'Lo was sad after the game. Yes, a little on the bench. Maybe D'Lo, those are happy tears because they're keeping him. That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. People, like I said, I've got plenty of friends who only get emotional when like there's relief. You know what I mean? They finally can like take a breath of fresh air there, right? Maybe he was told he was staying, and maybe Rui was told he might be moving. Maybe, and maybe that's why you have those two. Sorry, man, my terroristic dog. You know how it goes, y'all. My dog's a terrorist. He's doing terroristic things. My wife is over here encouraging it. Yeah, I see you. Like I don't got a show to do. Hey, that's not very friendly. All right, so let me get to this other chat here. Angie says the issue with that trade is us taking on more cap, which prevents us from signing 3 more players. Well, no, it still won't get us to the point where we're at the hard cap. But yeah, they would have to do some things outside of that. They could clear off and move off some minimum guys to get to that point where they could do it. They could move Cam. There's things that they could do. Like I said, I'm not saying that would be the only move, which is why I'm saying maybe the Rui situation. I don't know. Like I said, that would not be their only move, Angie. So I definitely know about that. I thought about that, but I specifically said in that deal would be that, and maybe DLO or Rui could still go somewhere else for something else that makes it capable for that. So I agree with you. You're 100% right on that. But that was part of my thinking when I was mentioning that. I want to trade Gabe Hood and the second for Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones is a pending free agent, and they don't know what his market is going to be. I don't know if they want to pay him long term. He's not a very good defensive guy. I don't know how much he improves this, but thanks for pulling up, Tyrone. Appreciate you. I like Tyus Jones, but I don't know if he's a defensive point of attack point guard or wing guard that we need right now. No, Tyus Jones better. I like Tyus Jones. I just don't think he solves our defensive problem. Tyus Jones better and cheaper than Bruce Brown for this year, for sure. But next year, he's going to get paid. Bruce Brown is better than Tyus Jones. I think he's more diverse, more well-rounded, more versatile than Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones is more of a natural point guard, though. So it depends on what you're looking for. And the fact that the Lakers have LeBron James, they would have Austin Reeves. I don't know necessarily if Tyus Jones, like I said, he isn't very good defensively. He's a good player. And for a while, he was the best backup point guard in the league. I like Tyus Jones, but I think I would definitely put Bruce Brown higher than him, and his trade value around the league is higher than his as well. I'm mad. F you crying for. Not everyone is built for purple and gold. We don't know why, man. We don't know why. Bruce Brown has a team option, but I don't see him as the move that puts them over the top. Yeah, so it's a club option. They could decide whether to keep him at that $22 million, or they can opt him out and sign him to a longer term deal, maybe for less money. There's things, not less money per year, which is very possible. But as far as, I don't see how we see him as the move that puts them over the top. I don't know about the move that puts them over the top, but maybe it's one of many moves that helps them get in the right direction. They need more defense. They need more dogs. They need more versatile guys. And that's exactly what he brings to the table. So I think that could work. Tyron says, Ty is way better playmaker than Bruce Brown. Yeah, again, but I'm talking about Bruce Brown does a variety of things that the Lakers need. Bringing in another guard who doesn't play a ton of defense probably isn't the best idea for the Lakers right now. Let's see. I don't know if a trade gets done tomorrow, though. DLO, not the worst. Austin Reeves, the worst on defense. Austin Reeves definitely plays, is a lesser skilled defender than DLO because he doesn't have DLO's skill set. But Austin Reeves plays with more aggression and then plays with more, he gets more effort on defense than DLO does. DLO just doesn't give the effort. He's got the long, DLO's a lot longer than people think he is. He just doesn't give the effort. LA for life. What's going on? Thanks. Appreciate you, man. You think he's crying because he found out he's being traded? I don't know. Okay, appreciate you, man. Get these likes up. Absolutely. Let's see where we're at. Appreciate you. Let's see. We are currently at, we got 74 people in the room, 62 likes. We are up to 976 subs. So shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Successful night tonight over here at Empire Jeff TV, man. Judah Rising. Salute, Jeff. You heard anything about Lakers trying to get Wiggins for D'Lo? Shout out to you. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. I did hear about that. I saw that pop up a couple places earlier today. I talked to two people today that cover the Warriors, one professionally, the other on a blog, but still pretty tuned in. And I was told 100% that was fake. That's just what I was told. One, like I said, it covers the team professionally. The other covers professionally, but just not for like a news outlet. It's their own blog. But I was told 100% that one, it's untrue, and two, I heard the Warriors would do that deal to get rid of the contract, but the Lakers had no interest in that. Is what I heard. That was fake, wasn't real. That's just the information that was told to me. I obviously can't sit here and promise, put my hand on a stack of Bibles to that. That's just what I heard. that report was false, and leave it at that. Zachary says, Jeff, did you see D'Lo and Rui looking sad? I saw D'Lo. I did not see Rui. I don't see any movement making them a contender for a chip. Well, yeah, it's tough to see this team, look at this team right now and think like this is a championship team. So if you look at this team and you're like, okay, if we keep this team as is, let's say the trade scenario I mentioned, Bruce Brown, Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes, and draft compensation for Bruce Brown. Let's just say whether that happens or not. Let's say that move happens. Does that make us a championship team? I still don't think so. However, it's the other candidates you'll be able to add to the roster via buyout. Who are those guys going to be? Is it going to be a Gordon Hayward? Like, is it going to be another like a high-level guy that typically isn't available in the buyout market, but he got traded at the trade deadline, and by the time his buyout was reached, it was too late for him to be traded elsewhere? Like, what if we get guys like that with a Bruce Brown? So it remains to be seen. But on the surface, just moving those guys for Bruce Brown, I'd still say, still, my heart of hearts, being objective, I agree. But it remains to be seen. And what other moves happen after that? And that's what you have to see. That's what we have to wait to see. When they made their move for Rui Hachimura last year, we knew right away we stole him. And that was a great move. Was that enough to get us to the Western Conference Finals? No. Then a couple of weeks later, here comes DLO, here comes Vando, here comes Malik Beasley. Now, all of a sudden, that team, you could see it. The way they were playing defense, the way the team was playing, shooting was still not great. Malik Beasley admittedly said that he botched the whole time in LA by not putting the work in he was supposed to, tied up with personal matters. Got here and just free agent year, playing on a big stage, and literally stopped practicing, stopped getting his workouts in, stopped getting his reps in, and just showed up on game day and couldn't make anything. So it's like, but those moves collectively, we're like, okay, now I can see this team doing something. So I've got to see what collective moves this team has this year before I can come anywhere close to saying that they could be a championship team. Because as of right now, currently constructed, I don't believe they are. Doesn't mean they can't get there, though. Weak ass crying. This makes me sick. You know how soft that makes you look. Got cooked in a playoff game and he won't ever get over it. I don't know why he was crying, though. Like, is he dealing with something? Is there something going on with his family? Is he just overcome with emotion? Like, I don't know, man. Like it's hard to know. And I don't know. No one's come out and said exactly what it was. So the fact that the whole world saw this happen, that watched that game, right? The whole world, the NBA world pretty much saw that. And there's nothing out there clarifying why. That's interesting. I think people need to pay attention to that. You think CP3 would get bought out by Chicago if they do the Levine trade? 100%. 100%. I feel bad if we trade D'Lo, man. I like D'Lo, man. Maybe they told D'Lo he's staying. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it's tears of joy. I don't know. I don't know. Keep up the great work. Proud of you. Hey, thank you, big baby, man. Appreciate you. Jeff, who do you think gets bought out? I think Gordon Hayward definitely can get bought out. I think someone like a Buddy Hield, if he gets moved, if Indiana moves him late to add another piece to that team and there's no time for him to get rerouted, he could possibly get bought out because he's a free agent. If he gets traded somewhere that they don't have use for him or they're not going to extend him, they're not going to sign him, then maybe he gets bought out. I've said before, if Jeremy Grant, I know Philly has had their eye on Jeremy Grant. If they move Tobias Harris and Tobias Harris gets bought out, like I said, these aren't things I'm promising or saying for sure is going to happen. And I know these names sound crazy in a regular year. In a typical year, these names would not become available. But this isn't a regular year. I'm telling you, going into next summer, teams are going to look hard at trying to get rid of contracts now because it's going to be harder to do in the summer. There are more buyers than sellers right now, and there will be more sellers than buyers in the summer. Right now, it is a seller's market. In the summer, it's going to be a buyer's market. So the sellers may try to get ahead of that now that they are in a seller's market and cut the line and pre-agency and try to get there now. And that's a real thing. Is it going to happen? I'm not going to say 100%, but is there way more possibility of high-level buyout guys becoming available this year? Abso-freaking-lutely. I've been telling you guys this all year. I can't sit here and say it's going to, without a shadow of a doubt, happen, but I'm telling you guys that would not be typically available are going to be thought long and hard about being made available, and the Lakers are in a perfect position to get those guys once they do become available. He's not scoring now. Not sure what he's talking about late to that. He did that because he was on the Nuggets. Talk about Bruce Brown. Did you see his first game in Toronto when he got there? That dude lit it up. Efficient, 22 points. He's playing well. Like I said, depends his fit. What role is he playing? The Lakers can lack scorers at times who have energy. Bruce Brown, like where you are, your fit makes a world of difference. He was brought in there to be a vet, play a certain role. They got scores. You got Halliburton. You had Hield. You got Turner. I know the Denver had these scorers too, but they featured him off the bench in their system. So it all depends your fit and where you're at. I think what he can bring to this team here, Tyrone, I think that he is exactly what the Lakers would need. And because of that, I think that he would get more touches and be involved more here. Yo, G is coming. Well deserved. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I didn't think I thought it was I can't believe I got as many subs as I did today, man. Shout out to Kareem, bro. I'm telling you. I got, just pulling up to his show for 10 minutes. I got 30 subs today. So shout out to Kareem, man. Again, we're at 976 subs. We got 75 people in the building, 66 likes. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Will be greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's see. If they trade Rui for Brown, would you do it? Oh, man. I got a soft spot for Rui, man. I feel like but here, so there are two ways of looking at this, right? There's two ways of looking at this. You bought low, you sell high. Or you look at it like you got him, you built him up, he got his money, and now you built him up to where you can move him to help your team further. So you look at it as you bought something for pennies and sold it for dollars. But it's just kind of like, man, I like Rui, man. And I think Rui has the potential to be a primetime playoff player. But the Lakers got Anthony Davis. They got Christian Wood. They got LeBron James, who plays the 4. You got Vando. There's a lot of redundancy there. One of those guys are going to have to get moved probably. You can't trade Vando. He's not eligible to be moved this year. You're not going to trade Christian Wood because you can't get value for him because he's on a minimum. So you can't trade him for someone who makes good money. And you got Anthony Davis and LeBron James, right? So when you look at these, Vando, Braun, AD, Christian Wood, Rui, and you look about really the only realistic, logical guy you could move is Rui. And I don't necessarily say I want that or I'm campaigning for that. I'm just saying it's kind of the obvious one. And if you're a team that's calling, you know not to ask for Vando. He's not available. You know you're going to get hung up on if you ask for AD. Same with Braun. Christian Wood, like I said, you can't offer value to the Lakers for him because he's making a minimum. So the only logical one is Rui. And as much as that sucks to say, and as much as it sucks to hear, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. KO, thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Should Lakers trade for Nikola Vucevic and Javon Carter for Gabe Vincent, Hayes T. Prince, and JHS so we can keep our core? We're getting starting center that scores rebounds and shoots threes. So I have to look at the math on that, but I know Vuk is like 20 mil, right? That could, but I don't think they want the length of the contract that Vuk has. I think if he had a 2 years left at a club option on the second, I think the Lakers would be in on a little bit more. I love Carter. I really like Carter. I've liked him since his first time in Phoenix. I think he's a very, very excellent backup guard. I just don't know if the Lakers want Vuk's money for the length. So I don't know about that. The Lakers can't just trade a first-round pick just to get a dude for this season. If you trade a first, better be for a player that matters. I agree with you 100%, which is why I'm saying a lottery-protected first-round pick. So if the Lakers are good at that point, then that maybe converts to 2 seconds is what I'm saying. I agree with you. I would not trade an unprotected first-round pick for that. But maybe a lottery-protected first that converts to 2 seconds if it doesn't apply in 2029 is probably what I would offer. I would not offer an unprotected first-round pick. There are many ways to move a first-round pick to lessen the blow if your team is not good. So like I said, a top 15 protected first round pick, I would strongly consider that. Adam, what's going on, man? Bruce Brown scores 11 points per 36 in his career. That's as much as Vando scores. Okay, but if you're looking at his career, he was a journeyman early on, right? So he's a guy like Vando. I'm glad you brought up Vando. I'm really glad you made that comparison, because he's a guy that impacts winning like Vando. So if you have two guys on your floor, on your court that impact winning, and then you got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you're in a much better shape. So you kind of, even though you were trying to lesser Bruce Brown, you actually built him up. So that is exactly why I'd want a player like Bruce Brown, for exactly the reason you just said. LA Ballin says, I can't stand the 49ers. A lot of rivalry times right now, huh? A lot of rivalry times right now. Trying to get Jeff to 1K. We are, man. Let's get to 1K. Let's get us all to 1K, man. Angelo Russel is going live on his podcast. He is? I don't follow his podcast. LA for life, bro. I just seen the vid. I hope he doesn't get traded, man. You see, he has heart for this team. I think DLO loves being a Laker. I think he loves being in LA. I think he loves being here. But the problem is he needed to show that love, that hunger, that desire a little bit more. I think he was a little bit too lackadaisical, a little bit too carefree for a lot of Laker fans. They don't like that. So, if he would have showed a little bit passion a little earlier, I think a lot of Laker fans would have been more happy. But because like towards the end of last season and when the Lakers lose, he doesn't seem to really care too much about it, at least externally. And he doesn't present himself like these losses hurt him very much. And that bothers some fans, and makes them kind of standoffish to you. So now that he's showing emotion, I think people are starting to see it a little bit. But I don't know, what's happening with him. But it could be something with his family. It could be because he was told he was staying. It could be because he found out Rui's going. You know what I mean? Or someone that he cares about on the team is going. Like I said, I don't know. Like DLO has been a very good teammate all season. His teammates love him. You saw that Anthony Davis went to go see his favorite team play last night, and Vando and D'Lo went with him. You know what I mean? Like there are players on this team that are close. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so who knows? Maybe it could be a variety of reasons as to why it's happening. D'Lo isn't getting traded. Neither is Rui. Hey, what's up, Blood Hell? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. I don't know. I know it sucks because we know a deal has to be made, but then we got guys we don't want to lose. And it just makes it tough because you have to give to get in the trade. That's why for me, man, I gave money, Taurean Prince, who I've liked. I've liked Taurean Prince this year. I know Taurean Prince is not appreciated by a lot of Laker fans, but I like Taurean Prince. And if that deal of Gabe, Taurean, and Hayes for Bruce Brown, then that would absolutely be interesting there. The Lakers reporter, according to Laker Nation, said he didn't see anything that made it seem anything was going on in the locker room. Yeah, I'm hitting up. So I've got a few different people I've reached out to already. I haven't heard anything back yet. People that work there that are in that area, people that cover it. But again, my intel from as far as behind the scenes, what moves the Lakers are making, I don't have the full reach on. But as far as like seeing players come and going, hearing what noise is coming out of the locker room, like I have reach on that. So trying to see, and I haven't heard anything. Like nothing is come my way of anything that's newsworthy, really. Nothing. And I think nowhere. I haven't seen nothing I've got no notifications on Twitter popping up. It doesn't seem like anyone in here has seen anything anywhere. Doesn't mean that's not the case. Absolutely does not mean it's not the case. But I just haven't seen anything that justifies anything other than seeing him, something had him feeling a type of way, Toronto would want Rui, but that screws us if LeBron and AD get hurt. I don't know if I don't know if Toronto would want Rui. I don't know if they want the years on the contract for the money. You know what I mean? Maybe they want filler, some guys they can move and that draft asset. But maybe they'd ask for Rui, but maybe the Lakers, like I said, I don't know. It's a negotiation. What if they're trying to get Murray and Brown, 3-team trade? Well, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying is like maybe they get Bruce Brown, and then D'Lo or Rui goes somewhere else for someone else. That's what I was saying. That's very much in play. But I know right now the Lakers really, really, really want Bruce Brown. Jeff will be great one day. Hey, thank you, about it. Appreciate it. Serge said, I'm just good right now. I'll be great one day. Appreciate you, Serge, man. Thank you. And it definitely does take time, man. It is a grind. Put in a lot of work here, guys. A lot of sacrifice away from my family to do this. Shout out to them for allowing me to try to pursue this. Shout out to all my supporters, friends, family. Like I said, this is a grind that a lot of YouTube creators and content creators do to do this and actually bring substance to it and not just kind of just let the show run with a bunch of craziness, but actual just come in and try to bring some substance and some context and some knowledge and some, for even on the lightest level, some inside information, right? And just break down the game of basketball, both on and off the court. And that takes a lot of work aside from the time when we're pressing record, getting ready for a show, doing your research, watching the games, having communications, like all these things, all while holding down a regular career that's a pretty important one, high level, and then being a husband, family man. Like I said, it's a sacrifice and trying to find the time, which is why most of my shows are later on at night, because it's really hard to pull it off earlier than that. Jason Jimenez, what's going on? I think we should have re-signed Lonnie, Beasley, and Dennis. We need 3-point shooters and point of attack defender. Ham didn't utilize them well. So Beasley, they did try. He turned them down because he wanted to start and rebuild his value. If you listen to that interview, it pretty much breaks down. Beasley basically said that he destroyed his chance in LA because he got here, had personal problems, didn't put in the work, wasn't ready to play, and basically tanked once he got here for personal reasons. And then the Lakers still did try to bring him back, but he realized he had to rehabilitate himself and realized he wasn't going to start here. So he went to Milwaukee. So that one, like I said, it's kind of a narrative, but Dennis, they thought long and hard about it. And then they was under really strong consideration. And they just decided they were so kind of glued in on Bruce Brown. That's the guy they were going for. And when they didn't get Bruce Brown, they pivoted to Gabe. Dennis had already progressed pretty far enough with Toronto negotiations. And by that point, if it falls apart there, then maybe something could come together. But because the Lakers were so glued in on Bruce Brown, when that didn't happen, they pivoted to Gabe, who almost went back to Miami. Pat Riley flew all the way out to LA to sit with Gabe and offered him money to return to Miami to not come to LA. And Gabe turned them down because he was already far enough along with the Lakers in talks. And so it's funny how that stuff all lines up. But Lonnie, that's kind of the one right there, right? That's the one. The Lakers liked Lonnie. But they felt that he might have been in the same situation, having you got DLO, you've got Austin, you are getting either Bruce Brown, Dennis, or Gabe Vincent, and then where's Lonnie going to play at that point, right? And when you look around the league, Lonnie only got a minimum deal, or the teams weren't lining up to get him outside of a minimum deal. So they liked him. He would have been like a luxury, but he wasn't going to be a guy that was going to get 25 minutes a game. It just wasn't going to fit on this roster. Absolutely. Hit that like button. Appreciate you. I'm not sure what that's not true. I'm not sure. I've said a lot, so I'm not entirely sure which part of that is not true. Salute, FYI. What's going on, Lamont? Thanks for pulling up, man. Check out FYF Sports Debates, man. Fire content over there, craziness. Like, great channel over there, man, for some great basketball intel, man. Salute to you, Lamont. Hope you had a good Sunday, man. Appreciate you, brother. Don't think Raptors want another Gary Trent Jr. and Gabe Vincent. But again, think what I'm saying here. Teams like the Bruce Brown signing, teams like Toronto trading for Bruce Brown, teams like Portland trading for Jrue Holiday, Malcolm Brogdon, guys like that. Sometimes you make a move to get abstract the asset you want, which is the draft pick, right? And then you move those other pieces. Teams will take Taurean Prince quick, right? You could use Jackson Hayes as fill on another deal, and teams would take Gabe Vincent on another deal somewhere. He could slide into someone's mid-level money, no problem. So if you look at it just on that context alone of thinking that Toronto will trade Gary Trent to have him there for the remainder of his contract, then you're not seeing the full scope of what I'm talking about. That's not what they're looking to do. DLO is a very good player when played right. Facts. When he's playing free, when he's playing his position, when he's starting, when he's got the ball in his hands, when he's able to play to his skill set, DLO is a very good basketball player. Facts. Jay Lloyd, what's going on, man? Rui threw up his famous LA sign looking sad. Damn, I didn't see that. East Side Boy Hots 323. What's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. DLO was crying after the game, man. Yeah, man. Hate to see that. We'll be at 998 before you know it. It'll be like a 998 and it gets stuck, right? Like I'll be at 998 for like a week, man. Just waiting, trying to get to 1,000. That'd be crazy, man. Still at 976 right now. We do got 74 people in the building. We do got 70 likes. So if you're new up here right now to the video, didn't catch it from the get-go, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Goes a long way to help the channel, man. Appreciate you guys. Still doing my best to catch up to all of these. I'm trying to catch up all these. Her AD did comment that trades are a distraction. Trades are definitely distractions, Like imagine, man, it's got to suck. Right? I know they're professional. I know it's all part of the game. I know it's part of the nature of their business. But imagine walking into work and for like 2 months knowing you could be sent to another company that you don't know really much about. You got to leave your family because you're not going to move them during the season, right? For the most part, a lot of people don't. Kids are in school and whatnot. So knowing that every day you're going to work, that you could be told that you're being sent somewhere else to work for someone else, and you got to leave your friends, and it's a stressful situation. And these guys are paid well; they're paid to deal with it. I understand this. Doesn't make it necessary. Hold on, let me watch this replay. This is the DLO to Braun pass. Doesn't necessarily make it any easier. And I know it's like this game right here. I'm telling you, like Braun and AD were doing their handshake. Like Braun and DLO were doing their handshake, and they were kind of back on the same page again. So this is oh damn, I just saw someone I know courtside. That's crazy. How did they get that ticket? Man, good for them. Let's see. D'Lo. I'm not laughing at the D'Lo news. I'm laughing. Oh man. Oh man. Hey, appreciate you, Serge. Serge was one of the first people that believed in me on here, man. Serge was acting like my agent out there, man. He was like Dame Dash for Jay-Z early on, man. He was out there just pushing me, pushing my name on other channels, getting other channels to come rock with me, getting other channels to ask me to be on their channel and do shows with them before I was even known on here. So Serge definitely saw something in me early, and kind of spoke to, push my name out there heavily. So shout out to Serge, man. I'll always remember that. And thank you, man. Appreciate you. Hammond's not the guy for this team. I'd prefer Mark Jackson. Oh, God. Definitely not Mark Jackson, but I get what you mean by Darvin. Mark Jackson is never coming back to the NBA. Lakers are trying to get Bruce Brown and Caruso back. Yep, they're going to try. They're going to try, but they only got one pick to offer. It's going to be tough to get both of those with only one pick. Rui seemed kind of bummed at the end. You already know Thomas. I hope D'Lo is not fools golding us into a trade deadline. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate your support. And I hope so as well, man. Definitely hope so as well. 70% he's gone, Search says. Man. If it's Rui, then it's a bigger trade. Absolutely. Wow, it's just getting real. It is. The closer it gets to February 8th, the more real it is going to get. Then Bruce Brown would be a great addition. Love his tenacity. Raptors need a power forward and they want draft capital. Not sure we have what they want. I think if the Lakers are willing to move Rui, I think they could absolutely get done. Man, I just don't want to lose Rui, but the redundancy is really tough to ignore. Redundancy is really tough to ignore. I want Tyus Jones. I know. I like Tyus Jones, and I wouldn't mind him in a separate deal. But if I had my choice of Bruce Brown and Tyus Jones, I would take Bruce Brown. But I do like Tyus Jones. We just need more than Tyus Jones. We need more than Bruce Brown too. I just think Murray would be nice as a star type guy. It's what Braun needs to take pressure off him. I agree. I like DeJounte Murray. But like I said, I just don't know what version of him we're going to get playing alongside LeBron James. And that's always something you have to be concerned about. It really is. Nicholas Clark, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, brother. Good win tonight. But why does team vibes off? D'Lo emotional, really looks sad, quiet locker room. It's a tough time of the year, man. I think another thing that people are overlooking is they just came off their worst loss of the year. Like the worst loss of the year that people were saying. People were just going ballistic over the last 48 hours. And that team feels it, man. And it's a rough time right now when you go to work and half your city wants you gone. And you got a superstar on your team that God only knows what he's working behind the scenes, trying to get you out of there for someone else. Like, it's a stressful time of the year, and it's a stressful atmosphere. Playing for the Los Angeles Lakers is not easy, and this comes with the territory, unfortunately. Maybe the Lakers, Hawks, Raptors, 3 teams to get Bruce Brown, Murray. Keep your eye on that. Yeah, yep. Like I said, that version of it is for the Toronto side, and then other pieces can be moved to add additional players. So absolutely true. If Braun could be a second, third option, that's what the team needs. That's why I say Murray, he's 39 for Christ's sake. He needs someone who can get buckets. I agree with you. I just don't know Braun if ever is going to allow himself to be a second or third guy. We might as well just keep D'Lo and pick up another solid point guard. And D'Lo needs to be the backup. Let him get the backup, and we can use his scoring. You're not going to get the same D'Lo off the bench. I'd rather have Austin off the bench because he plays the same way, and maybe you get a little bit more defense in the starting lineup. Man, God, it's tough, right? Because you want to believe it. You want to believe that this is going to be the D'Lo you get the rest of the year. You want to believe it. But do you? It's tough, right? It's tough. D'Lo was getting the Kuz treatment, right? Everyone hated Kuzma, and then he was gone, and everyone wanted him back. Everyone hated KCP, and now they want him back. Everyone hated Dennis Schroeder, now they want him back. Like, it's crazy. Oh, man. Search cries happy tears whenever I join the channel. He's the D'Lo of the chat. That's hilarious, man. I didn't see the tweet, Brandon. What was it? How are you gonna say look at the tweet but not put what the tweet is? Come on, Brandon. Let me see if I got any updates here. I think Brandon tagged me or something. Hold on. What is going on? All right, I can't see it. It's just something or nothing, probably nothing. I don't know what it is because the picture, whatever the tweet is, isn't loading up. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Got a message here. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. I got to get more. That's not enough. Hold on a second. Saw that. It says Austin Reeves not a good point guard. He's not a point guard. He's a two guard. They kind of force him to kind of be that guy though. Been talking myself into Murray and Trent Jr. positions of needed skill set, but more importantly, could be the next iteration or things go off the rails. They could be flipped and regain some assets. Yeah, these are guys like Rui, like DLO, like Vando. These are guys that that if you make a trade for, you could still move down the line, right? So I agree with you 100% there. They will still have Ham, so any move doesn't change anything. That might be a real thing, man. That might be a real thing. Johnny Sanchez, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. D'Lo getting traded. That's people thinking, huh? Tonight was his last game with the Lakers. I don't know. Gotta see. D'Lo gives the effort. That's just his personality. Yeah, no. Well, he gives effort on offense for the most part. Then there's days where he disappears and just doesn't really get out there and move around. Doesn't give a ton of effort on defense, but it is kind of his laid-back personality. That's a fact. If we get Bruce Brown tomorrow, I'll be happy. I'd be happy too. Don't want Wiggins anyways. Yeah, it's not happening. At least, I mean, from what I can tell. But again, I'm not in that locker room. D'Lo's probably just because he's balling out while everyone is talking ish about him. That's what I said. That could be, it's an emotional time, man. There's no crying in baseball. Oh, basketball. What's up, Craig? Yeah, you're right about that. Emotional. Okay, let me try to pick up some pace here. Jeff, no move makes this a contender with Ham as the coach. I mean, if you guys thought, a lot of people thought they were contenders last year and Ham was the coach, but maybe he's regressed a little this year, and but people were saying that. But I've seen good teams win with coaches that aren't top tier. I'll say that for sure. Hey, how can I get the mod search? I never thought I'd be able to throw a bounce pass lob to LeBron James in a game. The Angelo Russel speaks on having fun, his high play recently, and staying connected as a team. And he also had some earlier saying like how the team all likes each other and gets along and like all these things. So there was a lot of things coming out in the last like 24 hours, kind of breaking down the dynamic of the team. Like I said, players traveling with other players to go see their favorite football, team play. There's been a lot of things that have been, showing that this team is kind of somewhat together. But it just feels like something is still off, right? Something is off. Tomorrow, we'll see. We'll see. There'll be a lot of upset people if he doesn't get moved tomorrow. Benji, what's going on? Empire Jeff, new subscriber here. Subscribe today after your appearance on Kareem's channel. Great work, man. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. I love being on Kareem's channel, man. Kareem is one of the smartest basketball minds of understanding the business, not just talking about how teams play on the court. He's a very good scout. He knows how to break down players. Very, very good scout. He knows the business of basketball too, which is kind of my lane and my niche. What I like to talk about is the business of basketball. And Kareem is one of the best on YouTube that knows that. There are a lot of great people that cover the Lakers. Some are better at breaking down the game. Some are a little bit, some are narrative based, right? Just covering kind of the news. Some are good at breaking on the business side. But when you get those who can kind of balance it all out, that's kind of like a dope combination here. And I kind of see myself as one of those guys who know the insides and out of the business, the CBA, on court, off court, and things like that. So I love talking that level of basketball with people, without a doubt. And Kareem is definitely one of those guys. So appreciate you. I love being on Kareem's channel. I wish I was there more, but trying to build my channel here takes me away from all of these panels that I love being on. But I do got to try to make more time. And I got to get Kareem over here, man. That's going to happen soon, man. Real soon. Appreciate you, Benji. Hepatitis, see you later. What's going on? Lakers going to need a backcourt of Bruce Brown and Caruso to make up for LeBron's defense. I would love that backcourt, man. That would be so hard to pull off, though, but I would absolutely love that backcourt. D'Lo getting traded from the Lakers would be the best thing that ever happened to D'Lo. I kind of hear what you're saying there. Yeah, I hear what you say. Let's see. He was okay in the post-game interview. You talking about D'Lo? I didn't see this post-game interview, though. D'Lo made an interesting comment around keeping problems in-house. Very anonymous. Does it seem that Braun is the odd man out? Braun has been giving some of the players the cold shoulder. He hadn't been really interacting with D'Lo. That's one thing I was looking at. When I was at the game on Friday, like I was right by the Laker bench, so I could see a lot of things that was happening. And that was the first time I see Braun and D'Lo interact. Was on Friday night. And tonight, they were a lot more engaged. Like I said, they did the handshake. There was a lot of things engaged tonight. So make of that as you will, really. You already know, Thomas, what's going on? If we do make a trade, is Coach Ham going to put players in position to excel? I lost faith in him. I don't know. That is a great and worthy question. Very good question. So what you're saying is, I don't know what you're saying. No, he's not leaving. Where I'm at in the chat is so far behind of what I said earlier. Trying to catch up. So what you're saying is the Lakers are getting CP3. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if he does get moved and bought out, here's the thing. There would be multiple teams interested in CP3 as a buyout at that money. Lakers, Clippers. He could go back to Phoenix because he's been traded twice, then bought out 3 times if he gets moved again, and then bought out. So he could theoretically even go back to Phoenix, Milwaukee, Boston, Denver. I mean, there's a lot of places. Back to OKC. I mean, there's a lot of places that Chris Paul could end up back in. Only thing I might say that I might rule out the Clippers is because like the fit with Russell them as well, and him and Harden situation. That's the only reason why I might rule them out. But there would be several teams interested in Chris Paul in a buyout. Like not as a trade, but as a buyout. Yes. DLO just said to tune into his podcast. Oh, really? Okay. Bruce Brown, Caruso, Vando, Braun, AD with Reeves off the bench. Imagine that's a solid defensive team, even with an old LBJ. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. A lot of length, a lot of, very, very good defensive lineup there. Shooting will be a problem, but a very, very good defensive lineup there. I'm good at reading body language, and D'Lo's vibe is this was his last game. D'Lo's had bad, multiple, dating back to last year's playoffs games of bad body language. I look at body language too, but when you got a guy who's already kind of lethargic and lackadaisical and kind of like is kind of more chill than he should be, this isn't the first time D'Lo has been. You remember that game where D'Lo was kind of in a rut and he kind of got into it with Dennis Schroeder? He was out there getting a little frisky out there, man. And he's had a couple games like this. Not where he cried on the after the game, but he's had multiple games like this. So like I said, if you're paying attention to the body language and you're watching every game, this definitely is not the first game D'Lo has done this. Now the crying is another thing, but as far as the body language, I've definitely seen this before multiple times. Jeff, players can be good if Ham would put them in position to be successful. I don't see Ham doing that even with Brown. I mean, I would argue that he's doing that right now with D'Lo. I would argue that he's trying to do that right now with Reeves. I would argue that he's doing it with Vando. I would agree that he's now doing it with Christian Wood, even with that logjam and all those fours. So if I look at the recent success of D'Lo, that's exactly what Ham is doing. He's put the ball back in his hands. He's starting. So I hear you. And not that Darvin has deserved the benefit of the doubt for a lot of things, but I feel this stretch that D'Lo is on, it's kind of because Darvin Ham has put him in that position to succeed. Why would we change the starting lineup with Rui when we did so well with it? Well, because one, Rui has been injured most of the season, been on minutes restriction most of the season, could barely see out of that mask. Had damn near a broken nose, like had all kinds of issues, eye issues. Like he's had all kinds of problems. And when you have that, you lose rhythm. You're not the same player. You lose continuity. You're not able to be counted on day in and day out. Rui's had a rough season. Got his bag. He got paid, but he's had a rough season. Gabe Vincent, D'Lo, Rui for Zach LaVine tomorrow. It's going down. I don't think the Lakers have any interest in Zach LaVine. A lot of people are saying that though, Johnny, but I don't think the Lakers have any interest in Zach LaVine. Have a good one, Serge. Thank you, brother. Have yourself a good night, man. We are 2-0 against the Clippers. Can we make it to 3-0? It'll be tough, man. I hope so. I hope so. I don't know. I don't know what I'm lying about. Not lying about anything. Anthony Davis wore the same hat as Zach LaVine. LA had 2 days ago. Zach LaVine is clutch. He is. That doesn't mean there's a lot of players in the league that are clutch that are not Lakers. But Lincoln's going to trade this team into the gutter around a couple pieces away. That's a disgusting trade. Zach LaVine has said he wants to play for the Lakers. LeBron and even LeBron said he wanted to play for the Lakers. People can say all they want. Do the Lakers want him, though? Jeff, in the Bruce Brown deal you talked about. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like it too. I just hope Toronto likes it, though. That's the thing right there. I think D'Lo doesn't show emotion as much. He doesn't. That's why when he does, people are going to overreact to it, right? For sure. Don't be a prisoner of the moment. That's a fact right there. Talk to him, Gregory Brown. 100% correct. And I'm definitely not one of those guys. So I get you. How do you see the vid? D'Lo plus Rui looked bummed. I didn't see the video of Rui because I came to do my show, but I did see D'Lo on the bench with Austin. I did see that. So again, I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to pretend to. So all I'm saying is I've seen multiple situations. It could be relief. It could be relief that maybe he heard he's staying. It could be relief because he's starting to play better. Could be relief that looks like him and Braun got back on the same page. Like there's could be a lot of things. Maybe he's dealing with something personally. Like I don't know. I really don't know. The fact that this happened, right? It's very public. A lot of people saw it, and not a single thing has leaked. You know, I think if there was a trade that was to the point done where the player knew it was done, I don't know how it doesn't come out. Because at this point, the agent knows, the player knows, the player on the other team knows. At this point, the fact that it hasn't leaked, this is when for those who don't know, this is when leaks start to happen. Leaks happen when teams talk about a trade that falls apart. A team tells another team, and the stuff starts leaking. Or when teams agree, and then you start notifying agents, notifying players, notifying traveling press secretaries, and people that assist players after trades are done. Families start finding out. This is when stuff starts getting leaked. And the fact that if people believe that Rui and D'Lo found out that they were traded tonight and nothing got leaked, that's interesting to me. That's very, very interesting to me. Lakers made it pretty deep in the playoffs last year with most of these guys. They were just burnt out trying to get their facts. Yeah, because they were basically in the playoffs since they started 2-10 last year. Lakers need championship players, not players who don't pull off full effort. Facts. Laker fans want something for nothing. Facts. Toronto want a first round and a young player that could be a first and max. They want the first, but you notice they didn't say anything out there saying about an unprotected first, which I think is key. D'Lo been balling. People need to chill off him. He gets scapegoated. Dude's production for 16 mil is great. I like D'Lo. I'm a D'Lo guy as far as I like his skill set. But if you're not going to use the guy right, then obviously you should probably move on from him. They've been using him right the last handful of games here, and he's played well. But he's also had so many levels of inconsistency and so many stretches of inconsistency. His December was terrible that I get why people don't want to trust him. So it's a lot to ask Laker fans. I get this. I'm not as unreasonable or irrational as a lot of people, or impatient, really. But I understand why people. It's hard enough to trust one of these things, right? You got to trust D'Lo is going to be consistent. Then you got to trust that Darvin Ham is going to figure it out. Then you got to trust that they can figure out some type of scheme to hide Austin on defense. Then you got to trust they can come up with some type of offense to run on the road when the role players are struggling. These are a lot of things to go right with a team that has proven a lot of things are going wrong. You may need new pieces in here just to try to force the change. Like this is just what might need to happen. And so a trade might have to happen for a simple fact that it's just not working. It's not that I don't think these guys are talented, because I think they are. It's not that I don't think these players are good or these players could play well together in stretches, but for some reason, something just isn't working. Something isn't clicking. They're not good enough on offense. They're not good enough on defense. They can't shoot. They can't defend shooting. There's too many things going wrong that just them waking up isn't going to be enough. Changes need to be made. You can't underperform like this at any level of profession and expect for changes not to be made. So the Lakers know this. So changes are going to be made. To what extent, I don't know, but changes are going to be made. I'll take Bruce Brown or Rui or both, and still need a center. Facts. Appreciate you, Jeff. No cap. Good peeps. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you too, Sammy, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Facts what you're saying. Appreciate you. Need to trade Prince. He won't be back. Most likely get something for him. Well, that deal I'm talking about, he goes. And then it gets flipped for something else for Toronto. So there's a chance he does. If you get someone like Bruce Brown, then obviously Taurean Prince can become available in that move. And then you still have Cam as a wing defender, and maybe you get someone else there, right? Cam is okay in spot minutes, but Cam can't get 25 minutes a game and he can't start. But Cam out there to help on some wings throughout the game, I don't think that's terrible. He just can't play too many minutes. I like D'Lo a lot, but its skill duplication with the AR and a tradable contract need to be very smart with trading. Facts. I agree with you 100%. If end up trading D'Lo, JHS, and a first round pick for Murray, that would be dumb. I think that's too expensive for Murray. for Murray. I like Murray, but I don't know how much of an upgrade that is what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that would be a little too pricey. That's essentially 2 first-round picks, a very good skilled player in DLO. And I like DeJounte Murray, but I feel like a lot of people don't watch a lot of his games. I feel like a lot of people just look at highlights, look at box scores, and maybe force themselves of late to watch games just so they can hold conversations on him, but they don't watch him often. And if you watch him often, you can find that he can be as inconsistent as DLO. His defense is better than DLO, but it's not as good as people think. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he's got, he's like, he can do good in the mid-range. He can make shots. But like I said, I don't know how he fits on this team. I don't know. Where is the DLO crying stuff at? What's going on, Andrew? It happened after the game when he was on the bench. That's what I saw when he was with Austin Reeves. If there was something after that, I didn't see it. Or Rui said, I did not see the Rui one. I didn't see that. I think the Lakers will get Bruce Brown tomorrow. Let's see. We'll see. If they don't move D'Lo for a star, I'd be sick. Yeah, giving him up for nothing. Oh, that would suck. If we trade D'Lo for Bruce Brown, I'd legit be nauseous. I don't think that's going to be the move. I think they're trying to use Gabe's money and Gabe, Prince, Hayes, and some sort of draft consideration is what I'm thinking they're trying. Now, it's up to Toronto to accept that, and it's up to other teams to try to top that if they've got interest in Bruce Brown. But I think from what I'm hearing, that's what the Lakers are attempting to build the framework off of. We'll see if that happens. Prince role should be 20 minutes a night off the bench. Need a starting level two-way player that can shoot threes to replace them. The problem is that everyone is looking for that, and we don't have many assets. Facts, Nicholas. That's 100% true. What if the Lakers trade Rui, D'Lo, and get Bruce Brown and Murray? Maybe. But they only have one pick. So I don't see how that gets done without moving Austin Reeves. So I don't see how they get both those guys with only one pick combined. That I don't see. Rui and D'Lo are probably emotional because Ham has actually played them properly today. That's funny. And that's a fact. That's a good angle right there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes it's relief, Tino, right? Sometimes I'm telling you, I got friends that don't cry in the darkest of times, man. Like they could be going through it. Their life could be hell. And they're like, I'm going to figure it out. I got no choice. And then they figure it out and they just fall apart because they did it. And there's relief. And it's like, I know plenty of people like that. I know people who are just a rock, like just a rock when things are going bad. And then it's almost like when they're happy or they find some peace, they kind of fall apart then. Not saying that's the case with D'Lo. I'm just saying I've seen it enough to know that people react to those things in different ways. Vincent, what's going on, brother? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. I'm not sold on this Laker team yet, but disappointed many times. And that's fair. I agree. And not to say I'm no way, shape, or form saying I'm sold on this team. I've been very clear about that. But I haven't given up on the team yet either. Get Jeff to 1K. Let's go. Yeah, I try, man. I'm still at 976, man. But we do got 70-something likes in the video, so I do like that. We're at 79 likes with 69 people in the building with 79 likes. So I do definitely appreciate that. But like I said, we're at 876 subs. The goal is 1,000, man. I know people that have been doing channels for years and never get to 1,000. I've been doing this for like 5 months, yo. Like I'm proud of myself for that. I'm not a bragging type guy. I'm not a big up myself type guy. I'm not that type of guy, but I'm a guy that does celebrate my wins, and I do celebrate success, and I do celebrate hard work. And you guys know the work I put on this channel. For those who heard me popping around on all those other channels, all the other panels, and saying, I'm going to start my show. Everyone telling me you need to do your own show. I told everyone I was going to do it. And to start this in August, really, as far as taking it serious, to start this in August and to be this close to 1,000, like 5 months later, like that's a legit accomplishment. You know what I mean? And I don't sleep on that, and I don't undervalue that. But it's still surreal, and I feel like I got a lot more work to do, a lot more growth to be had, a lot more relationships to build, and you know what I mean? And to get here in this amount of time, I know is special, and so I'm not going to take it for granted. And because like I said, I know a lot of people that are really, really good at this. A lot of people spend a lot of time, a lot of passion, a lot of heart, a lot of sacrifice, and they haven't cracked 1,000 yet. So I knew the grind was going to be there. I knew the sacrifice. I knew the work was going to be hard. Like I knew that. But the fact that it's right there, the light is at the end of the tunnel. Like I can see it. Like it's still crazy and it's still surreal. So shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys more than you guys will ever know. Whatever they trade D'Lo for, it will be a downgrade or a marginal upgrade at best. That's what I've been saying. At what point are we making trades just to make trades? Like it has to be like a no-brainer, like to do it. Has to be a no-brainer. Gabe, Prince, Jackson Hayes, and some type of draft consideration for Bruce Brown. That makes sense to me. Rui or DLO for that doesn't. It just doesn't to me. Andrew, he's a versatile player, bro. Facts. If they trade DLO, they need to trade Reeves, Rui, and Gabe as well. Hit the like button, subscribe, and get him to 1K. Appreciate you, man. Get Big Baby to 1K too. He's right there, the same amount as me. So get Big Baby over there too, man. Appreciate you, man. We need Murray at a minimum, preferably Levine and Caruso. I don't want Levine. I would love Caruso. I would love Caruso over any of those. Caruso would be my favorite one of those three. Not going to happen, but Rui for Jared Allen and a first-round pick would be the type of deal we're losing. Rui wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I just don't know if they can get that. And he makes a lot of money. So I don't know if the Lakers are looking to spend that much on a secondary big man. That's true. Rui's never going to get the time he deserves. That's a fact right there. And that's what I kept saying about the redundancy. So that Gregory, I agree with you on. Trying to find minutes for Rui when you've got Braun, you've got Christian Wood, you've got Vando, you've got AD. Everyone talking about adding another big man. Like if that's the point, where is Rui's minutes coming from at that point? That's what I'm saying. The more you look at it, the more it looks like it almost has to be Rui. The more you look at it, and I love Rui. I like Rui, but there's a difference between liking a guy and knowing it's going to be hard to find minutes for him. You know, when you want to give minutes to Vando, and you want to give minutes to Christian Wood, AD, Braun, and another big that you're potentially going to bring in. Like I said, there's not enough room for all these guys. That's a fact. Rui needs to be moved for his own good. He's saying it is a good win, but what's the move? Yeah, it's a good win, good blowout. Beating a team they should beat, blowing out a team they should blow out. So that is a good one. And everyone's kind of, I don't want to say overreacting, but there's a lot of reaction to D'Lo looking upset on the bench. And a lot of people said that Rui looked upset after the game, but I didn't see that. D'Lo's interview with Mike Trudeau, he doesn't look like he was crying. Yeah, I didn't see him crying. I saw him on the bench with Austin, kind of sitting there, kind of looking like an exhale moment. You know what I mean? I didn't see tears myself, but again, I just saw that clip and then I rushed to watch Dan's post game and then set up for my show. Give me 1 second. I need to get some water real quick. We doing these shows sometimes and forget to drink after like 2 hours. I talk and I get off. I'm like, bro, I feel like I just drank like 240s. What's going on? Gotta hydrate here, man. D'Lo, Rui, JHS for Levine. Nah, man, I'm cool on Levine. LeBron chilling, drinking a smoothie on the phone with Rob while everyone else is sad. That's a fact, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to my brother LOE, man. We was there the other night. We saw Rob sitting right behind Braun. Braun kept looking over. They made eye contact. They walked off together. Like I said, Rob was pacing a lot in the tunnel because where we were sitting, we were right at the Laker tunnel. So it was right at the Laker tunnel, right by the bench, right where Rob sits. And we were watching, we were observing. And obviously it wasn't a great game. So there obviously was going to be some some frustration. And I don't want to, make something out of nothing there. But those two were definitely talking. And like I said, Braun is probably sitting back. Like I always go back, it always kills me about Braun. I always go back to 2018. The day before the trade deadline, he hits a game-winning shot, and Isaiah Thomas runs over. The whole crowd, the whole team is going wild, celebrating with him. He's like celebrating with everyone and totally ignores Isaiah Thomas, who's celebrating with him. And Isaiah gets traded the next day. So he definitely knew that guy was out of there, even in a game that he was playing. So that was just comedy. So that's LeBron James. You know what I mean? I like Brown or Braun. I like Brown a lot. Brown. Sorry. I like Brown a lot. High energy player that can defend and get rebounds, but can't space the floor. And that's something that could be ignored and would lose depth threes that can or can't be ignored. I mean, he was killing us with threes in the playoffs. And he hit, he played well again in the playoffs when he was hitting for threes. If you're looking at him as a volume 3-point shooter, then I get it. But he's serviceable. He's capable. But it's just all the other things he brings that I think we actually need. Nobody is untouchable on this team. Nobody playing great to deserve the untouchable title. I think Anthony Davis is untouchable, and obviously LeBron James, but the rest I agree with. Hepatitis, bro, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. But let's see. Johnny really thinks Zach LaVine is coming. I don't believe that, not even 1%. I don't think that for a second is happening. Clippers will beat the Lakers on Tuesday. Lakers play Bulls the next game on Thursday. We're 2-0 against the Clippers so far, man. God, I hope we can go 3-0, but that's going to be a tough one for sure. Their top list is Bruce Brown and Murray. Yeah, that's facts. Levine isn't on their list, bro. He's not even on the list. Man, I trade the first round pick unprotected attached with hand salary to Detroit if it were possible. Detroit's already paying a coach too much to do nothing. They're not about to take him on. Only way to get Caruso is with Levine, to be honest. That's too much money, man. Levine like 40-something, Caruso 9, trying to $50 million in movable money. It's too expensive. It's not going to happen. Johnny, I doubt it happens this soon. Yeah, I don't think it happens this soon. I'd be shocked if a DLO moves don't happen. I hear you. Or this could be like Kyle Lowry thing in 2021. Facts. If they don't move DLO, he's definitely gone after this summer. He's got an opt-out. I can see why the Lakers need to move him. It's not necessarily true. I think people look at these things and I think fail to understand, like, if they keep him, they're believing in him. They're going to have these conversations with him. If he plays well, obviously they'd want to bring him back. They can pay him more than anyone else. And if he doesn't play well, they still have his bird rights and can still, do the same thing that they did this last year. So I don't get where people are coming from worried about D'Lo leaving. Where's his market at? Where's his market at? Like, when you look out there with teams that actually have money next year, like, is he going to Philly? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like, is he, like, the teams that actually have money, is he going to the Spurs? He doesn't seem like a Popovich guy. So I think context is important here when you think about it. And at the same time, like I said, if they don't trade him, it's because they've communicated to each other that they still want to make this work. And if he does opt out, the Lakers could offer him more money than anyone else if they can't be outbid for him. And if he plays well enough and he's a starter and all these things are going well, then why would he leave? And if he doesn't play great, they can pay him less. So, like I said, I think people are looking too much into that option. Players have options every year. A lot of players have options every year. So I don't think that's as big a deal as people are making it out to be. Remember, Lowry was crying before the trade deadline post game in 2021. He stayed. I do remember that. First, salute, Jeff. Big fan, dog. But you have heard anything about a Lakers trade yet? Hey, Jordan, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was talking about the Bruce Brown one. I heard earlier today, not from a Laker source. I'm not really sourced Laker wise. Can't front on that. But I do know a lot of other people around the league who cover teams both professionally and blogs like the Laker Nation kind of other teams. And I've built a lot of relationships of people who cover basketball over a long time. And a lot of these guys move different cities, right? So I could talk to one guy who's covering one team now, but he's been in 3 other cities and still has a lot of relationships, right? And I've got multiple relationships like that. So I talk to these guys on a daily basis. And one of them I talked to today, I checked in on that Warrior deal rumor about D'Lo for Wiggins and heard that was false. Strongly heard that was false by someone who covers the Warriors professionally and someone that covers them on a vlog. That's also very well connected. Not my connection to the team, but theirs. And talking to them, they kind of laughed at it. Like, really, they're like, yeah, honestly, I think the Warriors would do it to get out from Wiggins' contract, but the Lakers would have no interest in that, and they didn't even discuss that. That's what I heard. I'm only as good as the information that's given to me. I'm not talking to the team, obviously, or anyone involved in that process other than people that cover them. So I heard that was false. I talked to someone today. I talked to people today, both who had insight on Indiana's trade with Toronto, both from the Indiana and the Toronto side, and also someone who had insight, which I've been telling the channel all summer from July on, that the Lakers were basically had a deal done with Bruce Brown, and then Indiana came in late. And then the Lakers have been having conversations with Indiana for most of the season because they knew that Bruce Brown was going to be available at some point. But they had their chance to get Pascal Siakam. They chose that route. And now the Lakers try to get involved in it as a 3-team deal, but it was going to kind of hold it up some. So they made the deal. And now the Lakers are kind of put a pause on the DeJounte Murray talks, which if you read that article, they said they stalled for now, but it could start up again soon. And that's true because they paused the talks because they're now talking to Toronto about Bruce Brown. So those talks could pick up if the talks for Bruce Brown fall apart. And that's where they're at right now. And the Lakers are hoping to try to get a deal one with Gabe Vincent's money Torian Prince, Jackson Hayes, and some type of draft capital that Toronto would be happy with. And that's what they're trying to. Now, a variation of that could change. These are negotiations, obviously. And that's just the framework I heard from a Laker perspective is what they're hoping to try to get done. And they're trying to make it work with Toronto, where Toronto would, whether it be a protected first and some swaps or some seconds or some second, like that's just what I heard earlier today. So, but like I said, this isn't me talking to anyone direct involved in the situation, just people that cover them. And but like I said, you guys do know I've been telling you this for months. I have been telling you this for months. I'm not just pulling this out of the sky. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with it though. Tony Lee says, I can't rewind the stream. Really? That's strange. I don't know why. Let me see. Let me see if it lets me. I don't have any restrictions on the stream, so that would be I'm able to rewind it. So I'm not sure why. Maybe try again, but I'm able to rewind it. Just did it right now to test it out, and everything's working good. 977 subs, man. We got 67 people in the building. We got 86 likes. Appreciate you guys. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already, man. Sorry. Would greatly appreciate you guys dropping a sub on the channel and a like on the video. So appreciate you guys. Let's see. Jordan Smith, Jeff Kareem said they might move off of Braun. This season? I don't. Did he say that about this season? I didn't hear that. Eventually, yeah. I mean, maybe as soon as this summer, maybe, but I didn't hear anything about that. Maybe this season. Darvin Ham going to play CP3 at the 2 and give him 37 minutes a game. That's wild. $20 million a year to trade. Isn't Suns over the tax apron? Doesn't that mean they can't get CP3 due to making more than the mid level? Oh, you're right about that. My fault. You're right. Clippers as well. Sorry, I don't know what the hell. I drew a blank there. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, because I know that. I don't know why the hell I said that. 100% correct. Thank you for pointing that out. Facts. Big facts. Thank you for that. Let's see. Bruce Brown, Caruso, how do you expect to get that? Our shooting would get even worse. So I'm worried about the defense. You know what I mean? Caruso is a much better defender. Bruce Brown is much more well-rounded. You know what I mean? But that wouldn't be the only move, obviously. Something else would have to come. I know you don't like him because there's injury issues, but Malcolm Brogdon would be nice for the Lakers. I like Malcolm Brogdon. But again, I like Malcolm Brogdon being on the court, and he's off injured. He doesn't have great playoffs. DLO had a better playoffs last year than Malcolm Brogdon. I don't think people realize how often Brogdon has struggled in the playoffs. And the people that hate DLO because he struggles in big games, well, that's Malcolm Brogdon. And DLO is at least more available than Malcolm Brogdon. I like Malcolm Brogdon. I've never said the name Malcolm Brogdon so many times in my life, but I do like him. But like I said, there's a reason why the Celtics wanted to get off of him. There's a reason why the Bucks wanted to get off of him. There's a reason why Indiana wanted to get off of him. And like I said, he's kind of known for certain things that a lot of teams just don't want. But he's a good player, but so is D'Lo, right? And this is what happens. Nicholas, if they can match salaries, they can still do a second apron. Hasn't been implemented yet. No, but this season, no, he's right though. This season, you cannot sign someone on the buyout market who makes more than the mid-level exception if you are above the first apron. So that's 100% true. I know this. I still can't imagine in a million years how the hell I said that, but I did. So he's 100% right. I know this to be true. I was wrong in what I said then. Thank you for catching me, Nick. I know better than that. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I said that. So appreciate you. I'm going to keep saying it, man. I think the future is AD and Tatum. I might be wrong, but 2025, 2026 is going to be huge. Jordan, that's my point. And that's why I said a lot of these trades that people keep bringing up is why I don't think the Lakers are going to do it, because they're focused on that year. Now, Jason Tatum has a big decision this summer to make when they offer him that Supermax. It's going to be one of the biggest Supermax in history. If he turns that down, then look the F out. Just look out. But that is a lot of money to turn down. Maybe he signs it and tries to force out later. I don't know. But that is a lot. But the Boston Celtics would never trade Jason Tatum to the Lakers. So the only way he gets here is free agency. And my God, that it would be a lot of money to turn down. Any chance Brown can be like KCP type of player for the Lakers? Yes. Jeff, question for you. Rob did a great job in the offseason. So what really went wrong with this team? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm still happy with what Rob did, because I felt everything he did was right. The pieces just didn't fit, and sometimes that happens. Health is a problem. Darvin Ham is a problem. A lot of these things come up that lead to things not working out or fitting. But I still like the job that Rob did. I mean, he striked early and often in free agency. He made moves that everyone was happy with. He made moves that people around the league were like, okay, Rob, look at you. So you can do your job, and then sometimes then you have to rely on other people doing their job. Darvin and his staff have to do theirs. These players have to do theirs. Not everyone did their job after Rob did his job. So now Rob has to do his job again. You get what I'm saying? So that's where we're at right now. But I do trust Rob to get that done. I do. Ham's dream starting lineup: Vincent, Schroeder, Westbrook, Toscano, LPJ. That's hilarious. I'm tired of trading all of our picks and nothing good has come out of it. What's a Western Conference Finals? What are we, the Clippers? No, I get you. That's what I was saying. At some point, what time do we stop wasting all of our future picks to make the future Lakers better just to save this team? At some point, we got to do another way. But I get you. People don't want to waste years, quote unquote, of LeBron James. But my thing is, let's stop wasting the years of Anthony Davis, man. Let's put him at the forefront. It's his team for the next 5 years, right? After this. So at some point, you have to save assets for him to improve that team that he's leading at some point. Is UD available? We can get him next year. Dudley 2020. You talk about Udonis? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Jeff, in your opinion, who do you think the Lakers really get in the future? I don't know, because I don't know who's going to be available. Like I said, the Tatum situation, he's got a max contract. A Luka situation, like I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it's hard to tell because we don't know with these super maxes that are so crazy. It's really hard for these teams to leave, these players to leave these teams unless they're just super unhappy. So it's really hard to predict right now. I don't know the answer to that question yet, but time will tell on that. I don't want to just start throwing things out there because it's unknown. LeBron is wrong for turning his shoulder on his teammates. That's a fact. That's a fact. We need more glue guys like a Dudley. That's a fact too. Tina says Ham has been inconsistent pretty much all season. Another fact. Not seeing D'Lo post-game crying, nor Rui looking sad. Where is that at? I didn't see it. People are saying it. I saw D'Lo on the bench with Austin Reeves kind of looking like I said, I saw like an exhale moment. I didn't see tears, but doesn't mean it didn't happen. I went to watch Dan's show and then I did mine. So I didn't see it. I saw nothing with Rui. So I don't know. Lakers had a championship level team. They traded it away for Russ. More facts. Boston has a big five. Yeah, Boston is stacked in their starting five. Best starting five in the league. But their depth falls off a cliff quick when you get on that bench. So they're one like injury away from being some concern there, but they're very, very good when healthy and a full-fledged title contender or maybe even the favorite when healthy. But like I said, their depth falls off a cliff. That's known league-wide. They've talked about it themselves. They don't have a lot of ways to improve that. They got picks to move, but they don't have contracts to move to add depth. So very interested to see what they make move there. They can add buyout guys. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do because while their starting five is next level, they're 7 through 10 is not. So it's going to be very interesting there. Boston moved Brogdon, Smart, and Robert Williams without hesitation. We should not hesitate to move any of our role players for a star that moves the needle. Facts, Andrew. Facts. Lamont says, have a funny feeling D'Lo won't get moved. I was starting to feel that way too, Lamont. I was, but I got kind of a feeling, but I have no idea what the future holds. But I feel like he's been playing well enough. I don't see how they replace his production. I don't worry about them not being able to keep him in free agency if they do keep him. I don't know. It's too hard to tell, man. But the way he's playing right now, but I know it's hard to trust that come playoff time. But if he's being used right, but then you got to trust Abraham to use him right. And you got to trust LeBron James to let him have the ball. If D'Lo's skill set is used correctly, he is an asset. If it's not, that's a whole different story, as we've seen. D'Lo is a playmaker. The roster doesn't have many of those. More facts. I like Bruce Brown deal. I would love that Bruce Brown deal, man. If you can get Bruce Brown for Gabe Vincent, Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes, and some type of lottery protected pick, some seconds, swap, whatever it is, if you can get that done, I don't know what the draft compensation. I'm just using examples. It's not going to be all of those. But if you can get that done, then Toronto can get the draft asset they want. They can flip Taurean Prince for something, and in the summertime they can move, or they can move Gabe Vincent into someone's mid-level money, which you can do this summer, or maybe you move Dennis at this trade deadline and you keep Gabe. So it gives Toronto more options, but we'll have to wait and see. If they don't make a big move, they need to keep Floor, D'Lo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't just move these guys just to make a trade. That doesn't make any sense to me. Who's Lakers getting for Prince? No, I'm saying Prince would be included in the deal to make the money work because they got to get within range of Bruce Brown's $22 million. So the Lakers, there's a lot of different kind of gymnastics here that they got to navigate around the CBA. You got a hard cap, you got tax, you got all these different things that come into play. So the Lakers can get Bruce Brown without moving D'Lo, Rui, or Reeves from a money standpoint. Now it's all about, will Toronto take these guys to make the money work and then draft compensation? So this is just a package I'm throwing out there that I've talked to people who both cover Indiana and Toronto. There was something kind of in the works that the Lakers were trying to do with Indiana, and then what the Lakers are now trying to do with Toronto. And the fact that this is their top priority target, and they're not linking D'Lo or Rui to it as of earlier today, I found that interesting. I did find that interesting. Murray posting something about Miami Heat on his Twitter. Not sure if he's headed to LA. I would love him in Miami for Miami. I think he fits there. It's for me, Lamont, and you know this too. The same reason why Laker fans want D'Lo moved could be the same reason why they'd be frustrated with Murray. Because it's hard to tell how guards are going to play next to LeBron James. Come playoff time, when LeBron's usage goes way up, they get stashed in a corner somewhere. And like I said, Murray's not the defender people think he is. He's a good player. I do like the fact that he is signed long-term, though. He's a guy that can be here after LeBron is gone with AD. I do like that because his money isn't crazy. I don't like those Levine deals or guys making mad money like that long-term. But someone like DeJounte Murray's money, I don't hate. He's also a very movable guy, again, if you have to move him. But I don't know if the Lakers have enough to get him. If their asking price is 2 second-round picks, the Lakers can't get him unless Atlanta sees JHS as a valuable first-round pick asset along with another one. But then again, that seems a little too pricey for the Lakers, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Your hustle is paying dividends, Jeff. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, trying to get to that 1K. It's a super grind, man. Talking with these guys who have all these thousands and thousands and thousands of subs, man. Dude's got 100, like Lamont, man, got 100K subs, bro. That just blows my mind. I'm sitting here trying to get to 1K as a goal, right? And this guy's got 100,000. He's been doing this forever. I never got in this game expecting overnight success. I understand you got to pay your dues, put in your time, put in the grind. I understand it. But seeing somebody get to that level of success, it's inspiring. It's motivational. Dan just got to 24K, where Kareem has got, where Reg is at. We're all where DJ at. Like a lot of these guys just getting to those numbers, man, and just humbled to just be approaching 1,000 and to know that it's possible to even go further beyond that, man. It's special, man. It's super special. Hepatitis C later said, what needs to be traded for something? No bird rights. He won't be back. Get something for him. But you can't get anything of value for him because he's a minimum deal. Like if you want to move Christian Wood for like a second round pick, it's probably all you're going to get. You need him this year. You're not going to get any value or anyone better than him by moving him because his money doesn't equal anything you can bring back. So I definitely would not move Christian Wood. Any chance we can get Sexton or Rozier without trading D'Lo? Yes, but it would be difficult, and I don't know what Utah would. In Utah, probably won't even have a conversation with the Lakers without that pick. Danny Ainge is not looking to help the Lakers; he's looking to fleece those picks, and the Lakers got to be absolutely careful about that. Move Winter Prince if we don't think we can retain them. You can't just get rid of guys who can help you win this year because you might not be able to bring them back. You can't operate like that. One's a minimum guy, one's a mid-tier, mid-level guy. You can't operate like that. It just doesn't make sense. D'Lo not following the Lakers on Instagram could be a way to limit stress, though. Absolutely. I'll tell you this before. D'Lo has unfollowed them before. It's not breaking news. This came out before. He did it, followed them back. Yeah, I remember this first time he did that. And one time he was like, I accidentally unfollowed or didn't want. I don't know what he said. This was years ago. And then, so D'Lo's a different cat, bro. D'Lo's a different cat. I'm following someone on social media. I know a lot of people look into that. I've never been one to look into that. But it could be something. It could be nothing. I have no idea. But there's a lot of things but I will say this, I'm not naive where there's that whole, where there's smoke, there's fire thing, him being emotional. And I'm following on social media, like these things, when you stack them together, like smoke is fire. Right. But I also understand the nature of this business, the nature of this game, you know what I mean? It takes a lot on a player. And sometimes dudes have a rough night, they do something. I've seen dudes unfollow teammates and follow them the next day because there's the miscommunication on something so there's a lot of these things that happen. So I don't really react to the average thing. I don't react to these tea leaves. Like if you remember last week, everyone D'Lo got sick and everyone was like, oh, they're holding him out. They're reading the tea leaves. The trade is coming. I know it. It's like, it's January. People get sick. You know what I'm saying? Like these things that people crazy overreact to is crazy to me sometimes. But But then something could still happen, right? So I don't know. D'Lo wants to stop moving team to team. If they keep him, they will work out a fair deal. That way he settles down somewhat, maybe a 3-year deal with an option. I agree with that. I think he wants to be here. So if they don't trade him, I don't worry about that option. I really don't. Team has a very high ceiling and a very low floor. This roller coaster rides too much. That's a fact. Keep in mind, Raptors are in no rush to trade Brown. He's tough vet who's performing well when he plays. They could wait until after the season to have him additional deal. Watch. Well, the only problem is there's going to be a lot more sellers in the offseason right now. So it's a seller's market. It's going to be a buyer's market. So probably would move him now, obviously. But also Bruce Brown is good enough to help you win more games than you want to win right now. So look for the Raptors to kind of really try to shut it down. You know what I mean? So Bruce Brown is a guy who will help you win some games when you're really kind of in a rebuild. He doesn't fit a rebuild. So I still think they move him. Warriors are a type of team that would trade Wiggins for Bryant. That's a fact, man. Again, Brandon, I like Brogdon. I just don't like his unavailability. And I think Laker fans who get frustrated with D'Lo would get frustrated with Brogdon. Ask Boston, ask Indy, ask Milwaukee. Trust me, I've talked to him. I was going to do like a whole video on Brogdon. I talked to a lot of people about that. So I've got a lot of inside intel on that. And I'm telling you, like, there's a lot of people, like I said, it's why the Clippers had a deal for him and backed out of it. And from what I heard, there were 2 other teams that were going to trade with the Celtics for Brogdon and backed out of it. Sam, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Warriors are so lucky they won't play till Wednesday. Well, there's nothing lucky about what the Warriors are going on right now, man. They're having a terrible season. Their assistant coach died at a team dinner. So God bless the Warriors. And, you know, I'm actually happy that they got the time off. What they went through is brutal. They watched an assistant coach have a heart attack at team dinner. Like, give him 2 weeks off. I don't care. That's brutal. This is bigger than basketball. Like, sometimes we got to step outside those lines. And what they went through was traumatic and it's terrible. And if they need a week, 10 days, whatever it is, give it to them because you got to be human still too, right? Like what they went through was crazy. What's up? Dan said D'Lo just don't follow the Lakers on Instagram. Yeah, I just talked about that. Maybe it's something, maybe it's not. I don't know. I've seen this before a lot with players. Sometimes you got to understand right now too, like media people out there chasing clicks. Players troll too. Players do this stuff all the time. Players do stuff that's trolling. Could be something, could be nothing. I have no idea. But timing is unique though, right? Let's see. I love D'Lo for Wiggins. You do? For what side? For what side? I'm curious about that. What's going on? What's going on, Ahmed? Yep. It's about to go down. We'll see, man. We'll see. Maybe. I still believe that it's going to be closer to the trade deadline before the Lakers do anything crazy or these other teams do something crazy. I don't think the Lakers have. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think the Lakers have that. What's the word I'm looking for here? I don't think they have that package that it's a now or never package for another team. Like I don't think they have that. So because of that, I think the other teams are going to wait out other teams' best offers. So he said, who cares? So from that, I don't think the Lakers don't have that deal that everyone's falling over for. We do need to trade facts. D'Lo is gone. No. No, I don't want a D'Lo gone yet because we treat him so poorly. They give him his flowers, then let him go. Oh, that's comedy. Even if we trade D'Lo or Rui, whoever we get back will still be coached by him. This is true. It's all speculation right now, but shit is lining up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything is speculation. It could be a combination of trolling. It could be I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to tell. What I will say is this. Like I said, with everyone saying kind of overreacting to the D'Lo stuff or Rui earlier, I find it hard to believe that potentially 2 players could have found out they were moved, that it's got to that level that where the player knows and it hasn't leaked. That is very interesting. And when I say uncommon, that's an understatement because that's always when stuff starts to leak. Because like I said, agents find out, players find out, team traveling secretaries find out, families find out. Everyone starts finding out right at that time. So the fact that if D'Lo found out he was traded or about to be traded, and Rui found out he was about to be traded, I find it hard to believe that wouldn't come out. The fact that it made it to the players already, that'd be really tough to not leak. We went wrong. Well, what went wrong is LeBron didn't want to embrace certain teammates. Guys got uneasy because they knew they were expendable and got all the blame. Yeah, that's a real thing, man. What's going on, James? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, bro. What's up, Empire Jeff and Lakers fans? Just woke and saw the way D'Lo and Rui left the game. I think that both are gone. Unfortunately, we will miss them. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Where's the proof LeBron doesn't want to embrace certain teammates? I mean, if you just watch it, you could tell he kind of ignores certain people. His passive aggressiveness, like when he throws the ball to someone and something doesn't work out, he kind of shrugs on the, like he just, when he gets grumpy, it can be difficult. And like I said, I've heard that, and it's not really hidden. I've heard that players are not just unhappy with, like, Darvin Ham to his level of extent, right? But some of them are frustrated with LeBron's leadership too, I've heard. And maybe LeBron looks at it as like, you're not worth my leadership. Maybe this team isn't worth my energy at this point right now until things get fixed. That could very well be the case. But I also feel, I had this conversation with Young Africa where I was saying that I felt like LeBron's leadership has been going backwards since the bubble. If he just doesn't seem to hold teams together as much as he used to. Now that's just from outside looking in. I obviously could be 100% wrong on this, but I've heard it come up in multiple circles. So there's, I've heard Kareem even said that they heard that LeBron's giving players cold shoulders, and Kareem knows his stuff. His son works in the league. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something there. And like I said, he had been giving D'Lo. It was clearly evident that he was giving D'Lo the cold shoulder for a while. And that's why the last game I went to on Friday, when I saw them interact, like, okay. And then today they were fully engaged with each other and like handshakes and everything. And I'm watching the game right now. D'Lo is fully engaged here. Happy as can be with 5 minutes left in the game. So I got to see what happens immediately. I'm going to watch this closely again. I'm going to watch when the game ends and see what happens, because he looks fine here. So what I saw on the bench with him and Austin kind of looked like an exhale moment, not a meltdown moment. But I'm gonna watch it again, because like I said, as soon as that happened, I went to go watch Dan's show and I came to do my show. But I'm watching it right now. There's 5 minutes left in this game. And D'Lo and Rui both look fine. Like absolutely nothing wrong. So I gotta wait to see here. People make stuff up to fit a narrative. Yeah, that I absolutely agree with you. Is there a trade that's about to happen? I just tuned in and there's a lot of smoke around D'Lo and Rui tonight. I don't know, Dante. Social media and then kind of people looking at every little body movement and every little thing that players do. It's hard to know for sure. There's so many things. People be moody, man. And sometimes people have bad body language. Sometimes people hang their heads. Sometimes people get overwhelmed. And I think sometimes we look too much into it. I've fallen victim of that myself before, but I've kind of retrained my mind and brain to get away from that and kind of look past it. And because that's all stuff that doesn't really mean anything until it means something, right? So when I'm watching this stuff, like I said, I'm watching everything. D'Lo's tired, like everything about D'Lo and Rui this entire fourth quarter, and everything looks fine. So I'm going to continue watching, and I'm going to watch everything that happens between the game ending and D'Lo on the bench there, and see if he's approached, see if anything happens. Because as of right now, with 4 minutes left in the game, he's still smiling and joking, playing around. So everything looks fine. So I'm waiting to see what led to that. Frank, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. AR been looking down. He might be getting moved. You know what? It's funny you say that. I wanted to say that earlier, but I didn't want to say that earlier. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to say that earlier. I did. So you kind of bringing it up kind of gives me the confidence a little bit here to say it. Part of me was thinking D'Lo has been real close. D'Lo and AR have been real close, really close. And if it came out that, and I don't think it's going to happen, if it came out that AR was getting moved, I could really see D'Lo being bothered by that. And if AR got moved so D'Lo could stay, or D'Lo staying and AR is being moved, I could see. Hold on a second. Now I guess so. I could see D'Lo being upset about that. So did he just check it? Hold on. I want to see something real quick. So I'm watching a point in the game here. Where Castleton, Jackson Hayes, and Maxwell Lewis come into the game. 4 minutes left in the game, where Christian Wood got that block/foul, right? Austin Reeves checks out of the game here. Give me a second here. So they check out. Austin Reeves, D'Lo's over there smiling, talking, joking. Austin Reeves has his head down, taking off his leg sleeve. He's tired, though. He looks tired. Hold on. He's sitting next to DLO. That's where they're at when the game ends. So they're sitting there. AR's got his head down. Rui is smiling and laughing, joking around with AD, Christian Wood. AR is shaking his head. DLO looks fine. Rui's laughing his ass off next to AD. LeBron is laughing. Team looks fine. AR is the quiet one. So hold on. Let's let this play out for a second. Because I didn't pay any, I wasn't paying any attention to this when the game was happening. If any of you guys recorded the game or the replay, just watch that whole segment when AR comes out the game for good. And watch everyone on the bench but AR. And maybe he's tired. Maybe he's hurting. I don't know. But just DLO looks fine. Rui looks fine. Everyone looks fine. So on the bench again. Everyone looking fine. AR is kind of still moping. That would be crazy, y'all. That would be crazy if AR is getting moved. I don't think that's the case, though. I want to be clear about that. But I'm going to keep paying attention to this. Hold on a second. Lakers held on to Russ the first year when the noise was so loud. I got hope that they won't just make a move just to say they didn't move. That Westbrook saga, the noise that demands were worse than now. The facts. I don't think they're going to make a move just to make a move. They don't operate that way. They do not. I agree with you. Now, to make a move that they feel is a move that might be unpopular, I can see that. Murray just followed LeBron. Murray never followed LeBron before. They're clutch together. He never followed LeBron. I find that odd. I don't see this D'Lo Rui stuff everyone's talking about. I haven't seen it myself. That's why I'm trying to look right now. I'm literally watching the final 3 minutes of this boring ass game to see if I pick up on something. Why the Lakers lose? Looking into Spencer Dinwiddie, terrible trade, free agent to be. Let me see here. Goodbye, D'Lo. Welcome to DeJounte Murray. If a trade was going to happen, it'll probably come out. Social media is crazy. That's what I'm saying. I find it hard to believe that players found out and no one else knows. Okay. What I'm trying to pick up on is if AR tells D'Lo something. Because I'm telling you that the team looked fine. D'Lo was laughing, Rui joking, Braun, AD, everyone was joking and laughing. And then it was kind of weird when AR came up, and maybe he was just tired. But whatever happens on that bench is where they're sitting now, where everyone saw. So hold on, I'm trying to see something here. Murray followed LeBron. There was a tweet on it. I just find it hard to believe he never followed Braun before when they're both on clutch together. Which one do you prefer if Murray trade doesn't push through, Dinwiddie or Tyus Jones, or go after Sexton? Probably Sexton of those three. Rui still joking. Vando, Braun, AD. They look fine. Surprised he didn't already follow him. That's what I'm saying. That seems a little weird. None of those. They all watched Bronny's game together the other day. I don't see it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to pick up on anything. They went to a game last night together in San Francisco to see, the three of them, D'Lo, Vando, and Davis. As far as I know, there's only three I saw. But those guys look fine. It's going to be on the bench right now. Just don't make a move then. D'Lo played well tonight. He's been playing well. We need a big move. We need some type of move. Air looking lost out there lately again. Well, that's kind of what happened. So D'Lo's usage and scoring is going up. So AR is trying to find spots to fit in, and it's becoming a little less. They all watch Bronny's game together. I don't see that LBJ is doing that. True. Reeves, D'Lo, Rui, and Gabe need to be moved. He wants everyone gone. I'm rewatching right now too, and that's what I'm saying. If you saw that point where AR checked out, they showed everyone. Everyone was laughing. AR was the only one that was kind of out of it. 2 minutes left here. I'm trying to see, rewatch that part again. If not, trade Vincent, Prince, and Wood for Dorian Finney-Smith or Lonnie Walker. Now, that trade I really like because I was talking to my guys over at We Talk Mavs. Shout out to them. Shout out to Rel and King over at We Talk Mavs, man. Great content, great guys over there. And they were breaking down what Dorian Finney-Smith can add to a team. They call him a championship level player to play on a championship team. Not a star, but a guy who can really help you win a championship. He's an upgrade over Cam Reddish. And what their words was it would be like adding up, it was like when we added Vando, adding someone else like that. a really good, like elite wing defender who can make threes. Uh, really, really solid player. But Laker Nation doesn't really appear to appreciate those guys. Like they kind of underappreciate Torian Prince. I don't think they take Vandal's unplayable because of his offense. I think people just kind of undervalue that aspect of their game. But Torian Finney-Smith, and Lonnie Walker, like that would make the Lonnie Walker part would give Laker fans like the answer to all their prayers, right? Because the savior Lonnie Walker coming back, oh my god. Okay, everything looks. Okay, Darvin gets up and walks. That's weird. He got up and walked towards the end of the bench with the 1 minute left in the game. The camera went to the other side, so I can't see. But I haven't seen anything of what's going on with DLO. Like nothing. Happy Monday. That's right. Unless we are going all in, not worth making these mid-tier moves that don't change much. I don't know about that. I remember those times when social media wasn't a thing yet. I will find out about trades through next day's newspaper, TV. It's crazy. Yeah, D Prince, right? It was almost better because at least by the time you found out, you knew it was real. There's so much speculation and people making up fake news out there. You don't know what to believe. People like judging everything. Someone gets sick and they think they're being traded. So, yeah, I just don't see anything happening here. Watch AR post-game interview after the Nets loss. Look at his face. Well, that was a bad loss too. D-Lo bet AR 100K he would shoot 34 points a day. He lost. I would strongly consider trading Reeves for Herb Jones. Oh, for Herb? It won't happen due to AD trade though. Yeah, I don't know about that. They were at the Green Bay tonight. Yeah, they were there. Yeah. LeBron was 2 points shy. 30 piece. He's about 10 games away from passing games. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Just watch the post game interviews, bro. It was clear he was down big time. Okay, yeah, you're right. I haven't seen that, so I definitely haven't seen that. I'm just trying to see like because they look. I'm watching like towards the end of the game here, so I'm just wondering like, and they never left the court because like I saw when they were on the bench together, and he was already like, kind of like. So I don't know. So I mean, obviously, I have no idea either way. I'm just trying to see because everyone was saying like he was crying. I didn't see him crying after the game. I saw him on the bench with AR. The AR kind of put his arm on him, but D'Lo looked like to me it looked like an exhale moment. Like it's been weighing on him. You know, like I don't like relief almost. I don't know, but that's just what I saw. But I didn't see anything with Rui. Like I didn't see him, the picture that everyone's talking about. I didn't see that yet because like I said, I was watching your show, Dan, and I came to do mine. So I didn't see it. But I'm watching the end of the game here and everything looks fine. But then I do remember them sitting on the bench, like at the end there. And that's what I'm trying to catch here. LeBron was 2 points shy of 30 piece. He's about 10 games away from passing MJ for the most 30-point games. Yeah, that's crazy. D'Lo looks like he knows something. Maybe his agent was like, you may get moved soon or something. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see him cry. Yeah, well, I mean, I saw some people say that. I didn't see everyone say he was crying. I saw a good amount of people saying it, but I didn't see everyone saying that. I just heard that he looked like Dan said he looked down during his post game. So I don't know, yo. It's a tough like at the end of the day, I do man. Somebody's, sometimes, they bring it on themselves sometimes but not their stellar play all year. And you force your franchise to start looking elsewhere, right? And then they start playing well and you want to believe in them, but you just don't know if they have it in them to be consistent, right? And at the end of the game, you got Braun and AD kind of standing up in the corner away from the team talking to themselves. So I just it's like Dan said, I gotta watch the post game because I don't know if might be looking for something here that I'm not gonna find. But see, hold on a second. One second. Okay, so something. This looks like AR energy though. So like, there's like at the 42-second mark, 45-second at the end of a free throw, right after AD and Braun were talking to each other, Christian Wood kind of walks away from that, goes up to AR, and kind of like puts his hand on him, kind of the same thing that AR did to D'Lo after. So I don't know, man. This towards the end of it, you kind of start to see something, and then AD goes over there. I don't know, AD playing around. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to see what everyone see, but like Dan said, maybe I just have to watch the post game because I'm not seeing anything like really right now other than what I saw at the end of the game. They were sitting on the bench together. Looks to me like D'Lo is staying. I don't know if I'd put money on that. Okay, so there's Darvin Ham and Chauncey hugging it up. Assistants hugging it up. Let's see. Ruby looks fine. D'Lo's staying on the bench. Braun walks out, and then I know at one point I see AR go back over to D'Lo sitting there on the bench. AR is right next to him. He's posing for a picture. D'Lo kind of gives like a half small. He started rubbing D'Lo's shoulders. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. Like Dan said, I'm gonna have to watch the post game because there's not enough there to see like anything really. Let's see. My heart wants the team to keep D'Lo as it's a nice former Laker comeback story, but I still prefer team success. Oh, facts. I will always prefer if it's team success or D'Lo's feelings. I'm sorry, D'Lo. You get paid a lot. You got to go at that point. But I like D'Lo. I really do. But I don't like his inconsistency. I don't like his lackadaisical. I don't like him not taking losses as serious. But it's probably just his personality. But it just doesn't look good all the time, and it doesn't look like losses phase you, right? But at the same time, if it means the Lakers get better, then anyone could get it. Anyone could go at that point. Like to me, it's about the Lakers. It's always has been, always will be about the Lakers. I want the Lakers to win, not a player to win. So for me, it's 100% about the Lakers. And if it's something that's going to make the team better, while obviously I would feel bad for D'Lo, but I mean, D'Lo won't feel bad for me if I had a bad day at work, right? So I'm not like on that level. But my thing is like I want the Lakers to win more than I, am over here stressing D'Lo. Yeah, still up here. Hey, appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. They must just be relieved that they beat Portland. It was a must win. Let's not overthink things. Yeah, let's see. Anybody have the video pic? Let's send it to Jeff. Yeah, because I mean, I saw so many people talk about it. I'm like, what did I miss? Because I haven't seen anything. Like, I gotta watch the post game. One of the reasons I think D'Lo is staying is because he's playing his game again. Well, like the drama is done. Yeah, but I think everyone is cool with the game that D'Lo is playing right now. I think everyone is concerned. What's he going to play like in May? Hopefully June, right? Is the consistency going to be there? I think that's what everyone is asking for. And I think that's a legitimate question, right? D'Lo was crying in the interview. D'Lo wasn't crying in the interview. He just has a runny nose. Okay, well, D'Lo has been sick. Remember. So he has been sick. So maybe that is it too. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything that anyone's talking about. I would trade Reeves instead of D'Lo. I smoke ENT. What's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. I think people are split on that. Some people want to move D'Lo. Some people want to move Reeves. I think it's a preference of your style of player, right? 978 subs, y'all. We're up to 978. We got 74 people in the building. We got 92 likes tonight. Appreciate y'all so much. If you're new, if you're first coming in, please subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video. Turn on notifications. Goes a long way to help the channel. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys so very, very much, man. Thank you for your support. I think it was an emotional game for D'Lo as it was one of his best games of the season. And I did forget about that. He brings up a good point. D'Lo has been sick, and he said he had a runny nose. So maybe that's the case. The only thing this tells me is that all Lakers role players need more counseling. It looks like D'Lo unfollowed the Lakers on Instagram. So I heard a couple of people mention that. That's interesting, but I don't know if that means anything. He's done that before. I've seen that out there before. Why do you trade D'Lo for the? What do you trade D'Lo for that makes Lakers better? That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm trying to figure out. They say if D'Lo averaged 15 points a game in the Denver series last season, we would have won the Western Conference Finals. Maybe, but AD wasn't scoring up the par as much because he was really, really tired on defense. LeBron didn't have a great series. Also, Reeves was out there getting 20 a game, but the entire team struggled in that series. So I don't really put that entirely on D'Lo like everyone else does. Is it copyright if you react to the post-game interview on here? I don't mess with that. Just for the simple fact that it might not be now, but at some point in the future it might be. And I'm not I'm not trying to mess with any of that, to be honest. So no, I'm not gonna react to it. I could watch it on my TV and react to it, but I'm not gonna put it on here, man. I would like to see live reaction. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works, but keep killing it. You're doing a great job. Hey, thank you, Carlos. I appreciate you. Thank you. 2+ hours. Hey, appreciate you. Sunday, thanks for pulling up. Yeah, I wasn't able to come on Friday because I went to the game. Wasn't able to come on yesterday, so I told myself I was gonna put in that work today. So appreciate y'all, man. The Pau Gasol trade was the reason of these Lakers tax going on. They even vetoed CP3 trade. I think it was also because of that. That actually was not because of that. I know I've promised you guys this since I literally started my channel, but I've got to make time to put out the video to actually the beginning to end what happened in that whole scenario. I'm telling you, people are blaming the wrong people in this whole scenario, but that was not the case. D Prince, I promise you that it wasn't. And I'm not talking BS either. I'm gonna back this story up. I promise you. There was a lot of things that kind of happened there that led to that. And people are blaming the wrong people in that scenario. You underrated. Everyone's up and hit the like. Hey, appreciate you. Like I said, man, I'm trying to get to that 1K, man. Sitting here at 978. But like I said, I was at 940 this morning. So we got 38 subs today, which is great from one day. 92 likes in here tonight. So that's fantastic. Just overall good day, man. The Lakers won. So many rumors. It's kind of crazy, but I think the Lakers might get something done this week. We'll see. We'll see. I still think it's going to be closer to the trade deadline. 606 AR hug LeBron. AR looking butthurt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Frank. And that like the 4-minute one, there was one too. Like a little after, like I think I said 4:45 when he checks out, kind of sits there. He looks bothered by something. I did see that. But I also know he's pretty frustrated with Darvin. So I don't know if it's just frustrated with his coach. But I did see that, and I saw Christian Wood kind of go over to him. But then at the end of the game, where I thought it was AR counseling DLO, it was actually AR was posing for a picture, acting goofy, and then DLO did the same thing. So I missed that part when I saw it earlier. They look fine. Someone said that DLO had a runny nose. He looked sick. I believe that because he's been sick. So I got to watch it again. But then I got to see the post game because I haven't seen that. So I'm speaking on something I have not seen. So I don't want to do too much on that. I'm only speaking on what I saw at the end of the game. But Dan knows his stuff. And if, obviously, got to co-sign him. He knows his stuff. But he said, watch the post game. So I'm going to trust him. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to check that out. But maybe he was sick. I do not know. Just have a feeling. Man, maybe we'll see. Hey, salute, Luis Miguel. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Watch out for under the radar moves, trades that will happen. Probably those we haven't talked about. Oh, that's a no too. That's a no too. But yeah, man, on that note, going on 2.5 hours here. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate you guys so much, man, for spending your Sunday night with me. Y'all can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your appreciation. Thank you for your interaction, and thank you for what you guys bring to the show. The show would not be what it is without you guys. I'm sitting here trying to get us to 1,000 subscribers because, I'm obviously not in here by myself every night. So thank you guys. Appreciate all your guys' support, continued support, all your blessings, man. I appreciate you, D Prince. Thank you. Thank you guys for spending your Sunday night with me. You guys have a good Monday. Y'all stay safe. Salute, Micah. Salute, guys. Appreciate y'all. Salute, Carlos, man. The win show, man. Have a good night, Jeff. All love. Appreciate you, Carlos, man. Thank you. And 1K sub for Subway. Let's go, man. Maybe we'll get it tomorrow, man. Maybe we'll get that sub tomorrow, that 1,000 tomorrow. It'd be incredible if we pulled off Money Monday, man. Let's make it happen, man. But appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good Monday. If you're in the LA area, it's gonna be raining like crazy tomorrow. Drive safe out there. Be careful. I will catch you guys on here tomorrow. AR-15 and DLO are fine. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything crazy, but I gotta watch the post game. But again, thank y'all. Have a good Monday. I will catch you guys maybe multiple times tomorrow. Oh, y'all, Dodger video. I've been slacking on that. I got to get back on my Dodger grind too. So I'm gonna try to knock out both of those tomorrow. Got a lot going on tomorrow, busy day, but I'm gonna try to make that happen. So salute to y'all. Like I said, have a safe Monday. Appreciate you guys more than you know. Lakers got the dub. Excited about that. Catch you guys mañana. Be safe.